Testing. Good. Hello. No players are here yet. It's just me and you, Nikki. Oh, and Coffee as well. Oh, and Heimdall. Other people are arriving all of a sudden. And Smurflord. I've no idea who Paulina is. But everybody else, I know who you all are. Hello, Paulina, if you're someone I know already. Tell me who. Greetings, player number 1. Player number 1 might not have Voice Mod Pro open. Oh, there we go.
For some reason it wasn't... let me try something. 1 second. Oh wait, I didn't realise that with these headphones, when the microphone is turned all the way, pointing all the way up to the sky, it actually stops the microphone working.
You've never... I suppose you don't do much online gaming, do you? Or another set? That's like a... Mine is one of the few headsets that doesn't do that with the mouthpiece.
I don't think my last one did. And I mean, I'd had it for like 2 years, maybe even more than 2 years. Jesus, maybe like 3 or 4. And I've never noticed it. So
one of the players in my Tomb campaign, his microphone does it, and he quite often has his toddler on his lap messing with it. So you'll see the toddler be on his lap, stop messing around, or go away, and he'll be talking for ages. And I'll think, how long will he talk for before I can just go? Oh, and by the way, yeah, your headset's up, and you see him back. The number of silent fuck I've seen.
Right, I'll be ready in 1 moment. I need to go and put some clothes on.
Oh, I'm losing subscribers of a second. Oh, he's gone. Can't even hear the joke. Where are 2 of my players? It is the appointed hour. We're talking in Discord. Summon them for me. My handful of 4 viewers. I need to make a chat bit command for you, Nikki, to summon players. You and Mr. Death, spamming. Summon player, we'll make them appear. Time to get really offensive and ping them both with really, really offensive words. See, I watch another guy's stream, and he does a lot of his session prep like on stream at the start, but I think that's because his players, like some of his players seem to be like half an hour, 45 minutes late, with no explanation, which is such bullshit. Like, I know all my players, so they wouldn't dare be so fucking rude as to like not say something. But he ends up, doing loads of his prep because his players just don't turn up for his sessions. I would be fucking fuming. They would not be my players for long. I really want to know who Paulina93 is. It might just be a random who's found us. It might be a bot, you never know. But I've just no idea who it is. I'm waiting for like, hey, you want to be famous in the chat? Oh, do we have... We had them both. Greetings.
Hey, boys.
He is away at the moment because he said he has to put some clothes on.
I did not need to know that.
Well, the webcam was on before.
Interesting.
How are we both?
We just had some pizza, so pretty good.
Nice. I moved my webcam to the work machine today, and now I cannot get it back in a position that I think it was in last week. It's really bothering me.
Make it your new thing. Every week is a new webcam.
Yeah, totally. I'm already trying to turn the microphone away because I had some, we'll call it feedback, in the form of flavorful YouTube videos that there was an echo on Bartandalus's voice. And after ages going through all the levels and everything like that, I realise he's the only one who's so fucking loud that the microphone is picking him up on my headphones. So he has a very slight sort of reverb. So yeah, for our rhyme session last week, I was trying to do a whole like Tay Zonde. I lean away from a mic so the DM can breathe. I am not going to do a splash screen this week because tabbing to a splash screen for 30 seconds will mean we then need to preload the Salenka Pass map again, which is a big map. So who wants to remind us what you all ended up doing last week?
I will take the reins.
Oh, tell us. Well, hold on. It needs to be what everyone did, because if it was just what you did in combat, it wouldn't be very much.
We left Idrag, the mountain folk village, for the final time, presumably. We trekked through the snow.
Final time, you got to take that bloody sword back.
Yeah, that's true. We spent a long time discussing optimal sleeping arrangements in the tiny hut. We did some more trekking and eventually came to the Salenka Ravine Bridge, which, surprise, surprise, had an ambush waiting for us. That can be described as me walking in and then falling out of the sky for about 30 seconds. I contributed nothing to the combat. Rhymefang got knocked unconscious. Cora mostly was trying to save me.
A very daring dive off a bridge, may I say.
Very cool dive.
Very, very like Spider-Man sprinting and then like swan diving off the edge. But in terms of actual combat, the bridge blew up. So there was a bunch of whites, Rahadin and Ludmilla. Oh, and then all the vampires spawn. And then Ludmilla summoned the Bulgura. Ez has been thrown off a cliff. Rhymefang's unconscious. And
Got very damaged, didn't he?
true, he summoned Basophiles and is making his escape, it seems like. But at the moment, Bartandalus is alone on that side of the bridge with an unconscious dog and an invisible boy.
Surrounded.
We don't know that.
Surrounded by vampires. Did Mr. Harrison? Oh, do you know? I suppose you don't want me to say anything about the screenshot that you sent me.
I did not share the screenshot. I only sent it to you because I wanted to piss you off.
Okay, that's fine. Fine. Well, I will mention it later then. If that suits you.
So yeah, what was an exciting, intense combat for Bartandalus, for me, was possibly the most boring 2 hours of my life.
Nice.
I mean, the NPCs had a great time as well.
That's true, that's true.
I mean, Father Petrovich didn't.
Yeah, he was immolated.
Rip bio.
He has been blasted into 1,000 pieces. Probably more than that.
Yeah. Yep. Oh well.
So now, Bartandalus' ultimate destiny is to, hang around as the prophet of Lathander. / Tenebris.
Bum, bum, bum.
We just leave bridge, eh? We're okay.
Yeah.
If we did think you were evil and we wanted you to die, now would be the time. Just leave you over there.
I mean, I'm fine.
Are you?
I have just realised. Oh no, I need to change my vision. I was like, why am I in dark? But I do have dark vision. Oh, I mean, as fine as I ever will be. Because the owl tried to help me.
Yeah, you were slapping those owls away.
I was, because I couldn't leave Caspian behind because, well, he'll just get absolutely wrecked by vampire spawn. So instead, I am the one that shall be wrecked.
Well, let us pick up at the top of the round, which is not round 13, but I forgot to end the old combat. I've reverted back to some older music tonight because I found that music very underwhelming last week. It was all songs that I thought I was watching stuff, Castlevania to be honest, and was like, this music's fucking great. Ripped it all, but it just didn't make for a good playlist. I felt it was very quiet. So we'll go back to
Let
it be all right. Even when it was max volume, it was still doing it. So this one has a little bit of a fact, now I'm getting straight into it with
Some of these vampires have taken a bit of a kicking, haven't they? What do their physical look? Do they look a bit hurt?
I feel like you might have an unrealistically favourable. I wouldn't call it a kicking by any means.
They've taken quite a few attacks.
All of them look like they have had a tiring day at the office. None of them look like they would be. None of them look bloodied, I would say.
Okay.
And every 6 seconds, they look increasingly less bloodied.
Oh God.
So,
Okay.
Cora, we are with you at the top of a round. But before you act, I would give it to you that you all hear a and the loud groaning and crumbling of what sounds like stone.
What were we supposed to hear first?
Yeah,
Because
I didn't hear anything play.
Did you hear nothing? Was the music, in fact, too loud? I played.
I heard
this.
what sounded like whooshing.
Can't hear anything.
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear.
on that headset, it probably just sounds like white noise.
Yeah, it sounds
Oh,
like
really?
heavy. It sounds like wind or something.
Okay, it doesn't go. There we go. Imagine that, but stone.
Blast.
You start to hear, the crumbling of stone. Cora, it's you.
Okay, so I know my owls have disappeared, but I haven't seen anything that's happened on the other side of the bridge, so I didn't see Barty fighting off these owls that apparently happened, and I didn't see Ez falling. All I know is I sent my owls to go and get those guys, and
They have
haven't
not
disappeared
returned.
again.
Correct.
So in that case, it makes sense for me to... I mean, Cora would conjure them back again. She knows that everyone's on the other side and wants to, and should be on this side, so that's exactly what she's going to do.
Okay. No.
What do you mean, no?
I simply don't want you to. Yeah. So, are we going for all owls?
Yes, all owls, please.
What I really need to do is I need to make a folder that is 8 of them in. You're never going to summon fewer than 8, are you? I mean, I think you can, but I don't get why you ever
Why
would
would
go.
you?
Yeah. So I'm gonna make a folder with 8, so I can just drag the folder out and they deploy like fucking Blazing Squad. Okay, here are 8 owls. 8
Excellent.
owls are being entered into the combat tracker.
As
Oh,
I have...
I'm so happy, I'm so happy. Because it is... Hey, fuck off, you. It's not your turn. So we do that for everyone. Oh, I can just press that, can't I? Yeah, that's your... Please tick the spell off, because that's the last one you have today. Happy
It has been
days.
ticked off, I think.
Excellent. So what are you instructing these owls to do? Go and
I
get
have
the
4
others?
friends on the other side, so I would like 4 of them to go and rescue my friends, wherever they may be, I don't know, so I can't see. I'm just going to tell them to go and rescue them. And the other 4, I would like to go and attack Rahadin and try and stop him from getting to Vesophiles.
Okay.
I then would like to use a bonus action that I've never used before.
Sorry. Tell me how you want to... Tell me what the instruction is you give to them regarding Rahadin.
I would like them to fly between him and Vesophiles and be attacking him face on.
Okay. And you said you have a bonus action.
Yes, I do. I've never used it before, but we were talking when I went on the walk. I was like, wouldn't it be great if I could go invisible and then they can't see me? But that is actually something I can do! So I'm going to hide in plain sight.
It is.
Hide in plain sight.
She says she hasn't used it before. She actually has used it once when the werewolves attacked the winery.
She's bringing out the big guns.
So you go invisible until the start of your next turn.
And then I'm going to move from where I am in case they saw me there. So I'm going to move...
They saw nothing, for you were invisible. I know the status... Oh no, there we are. There is the invisible status on you. So yeah, move yourself.
There I am.
You haven't moved on my screen.
Yeah, no, I don't know why.
Where
It
did you
keeps
move to?
dragging me straight back again.
I know why. I need to delete you. What was your initiative? 30. This is something I realised is a big no-no. That mount up module is great and all, but if I just delete the owl without dismounting somebody, it becomes a real bloody problem for it. Hold on, let me stick you back in combat. Stay still, woman. I need to just amend your initiative. Put you back at top at round. There we go. Okay, so that is you, isn't it?
That is me.
Why does it think we're there and around? I'm just skipping back. It's all these fucking owls. We're heading back to the top of a round. Just so I can not have the prompt about bloody health regen for everyone. So many actors in this combat. Jesus. Even before we add 8 to it. Okay, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. Way. So.
What's his condition that's got going on? What's the swirly thing? Stunned?
Turned, isn't it?
No, he wasn't a turned one.
Oh no, that was the frightened one.
I mean, they all became unturned, right? Because didn't they all take damage?
Yeah, but he was never one of them, or he'd have been.
Yeah, they were
running.
Other end of the finger.
Did you cast a fancy spell on him?
I don't think
or was
he
it like...
did.
It's not like Bloodlust or something, is
Oh,
it?
he's slowed.
Ah.
You cast
Why?
slow, didn't? Because you cast slow. Did you cast?
Did I?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
you
did
cast
earlier
slow.
on.
And
Yeah,
I don't think you'd have broken concentration since.
Yeah, well, I've still got...
Because you've
Cosmic
avoided.
Aurora was
Yeah,
played as well.
you've avoided all of your hits, and you haven't cast anything. You've only chucked a few fireballs, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's okay. So we'll cancel it now when he attacks you. So he only makes one attack, and he will step 2, and you are at full health. So he attacks regularly, and he swings, and he misses.
I just totally read it and
Yeah.
easy dodge.
The first owl will come flying over. 60. It's got to go a bit further then. It's got to burn a bit more, so it's dashing. 80 foot. It is going to head here slightly, so it isn't in jumping reach of vampires. And next turn, it's going to attempt to use its dash to get over here. It's going to attempt to grapple Bartandalus next turn, or attack him. Pull him off. Unless Bartandalus fights him. The other.
Why is Rahadin not on the combat tracker?
Why isn't Rahadin on the combat tracker? Why isn't Basophiles on the combat tracker?
They hadn't left yet, had they? I can't remember where they were
No.
in the thingy. I think he had mounted up on the last turn.
He doesn't
He's
have to.
called
He
it.
doesn't have to mount it. It just appears next to him and can
Sure.
go. Rahadin and Basophiles are gone. That's why there's no longer a fire effect around here, Halvor and Cora. That's why I asked for clarification on what the instruction was you were given about. So Ludmilla's there, but that's why all the red flame effect disappeared. Because he did his ethereal jaunt.
But none of us have actually seen him disappear. Right, okay. Balls.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I mean,
We're
but you
on
have seen
foot
the
level,
light.
unfortunately.
Yeah, you have seen the light disappear, and you have seen Basophiles do that at least 3 times, so I think that it could be... I know the players didn't get it, but the characters may well infer it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I wouldn't have visibility on it anyway.
No,
I mean, I don't know
you
his
are...
ability.
Yeah, you are, I think, about like 90 foot away, unfortunately.
So he is gone now, then, is he?
Well, you, the player...
look.
you, the player probably know more than the character. He is no longer visible here
Sure.
on this plane.
Ah.
So, I love Cora's slow suspicion, though. Why is it?
Well, I was going to say that I want the owls that are high up in, like the ones that are acting first, to go and get him because I knew he'd be trying to escape. But yeah, he's not there.
He is not there. The next vampire spawn around the corner rushes over, closing in on Bartandalis, and it is going to attack. This one is not slowed. Oh dear. Are you doing anything before I roll? Oh no,
There is nothing that I can do.
Yeah. Gonna roll your concentration. All day. And then he will attack again.
You are the least wise cleric. Oh no, it's con save, isn't it? Yeah, that makes sense.
Halvor, it is you.
Okay, I was going to run towards a vampire spawn, but I'm now realizing he's actually gone off the edge of a cliff, hasn't he?
One of them you can no longer see, yes.
Well, that's the only one
Well, yeah,
I could
that's-
have seen.
Yeah, in fact, you know what? To be fair, I've just moved a tile there without thinking. It's not travelled 100 foot down, so it is just beyond the lip of that. Because that would imply it moved like 100 around the corner and dropped 100 foot.
Even so, I mean, if I've just seen it go off the edge of the cliff, I'm probably not going to give chase.
Please
so,
don't sacrifice yourself after I tried
Yeah.
to save you the entire of the last session.
I can't move.
You can't move either.
Hmm.
You went on an Alva by the end of combat. That's unusual. Let me just add you back into the tracker. Fuck off, you. Yeah, not sure if the convenience of not having to drag 2 tokens together is worth this fucking ball ache. I might have to do another video saying, no, actually, fuck that. We are on just a 20 for you then, just to fix you in the order. Okay, yeah, you should be able to move again now.
I'm going to instead start to move towards last known location of anyone else.
Don't panic about seeing Ludmilla there. She's above there.
She's on the top, so I
Yeah.
can't actually see her. Okay, so that's 20 feet. What's the bridge looking like from my view? Is there a big hole in it, or is it still mostly intact?
It is as it appears on the map, but with more sort of fissures and cracks. And I would say that you are seeing a slight sag to it, and maybe pieces of the side starting to crumble off. The floor does not currently look like... I would say, do you know what, everyone? Halvor, make me a perception check with advantage. I reckon in about 12... It's got about 12 seconds life in it, I think. At the end of the next round, it might be bad.
Okay, well, I'm going to bonus action dash.
And you see, you see,
Oh!
obviously, the Balgora sort of gripping onto the sides of the tower, climbing over. Oh, fuck, I forgot the Balgora is slowed, you lucky fucker. Rhinefang on the floor, like in the gatehouse, and beyond his form, you just see 2 vampire spawn closing in on something. You do not see Bartandalis, you do not see Caspin.
So is the Balgora actually kind of not really on?
It's big enough that it is attackable by you if you want.
Well, that's as close as I can get, so it's not technically in range. Is it if it's climbing over? Is it in a position where if I move past it, it would attack me? Actually, it's slowed. It wouldn't get a reaction anyway.
Yeah.
Not that I would know this. Do I stay there? I'm just gonna keep running and do the triple move.
Okay.
Yeah, dig it!
Yeah, as you leap over Rhinefang's prone form, you just see poof. And let me just check something.
Oh, actually, no. I can't do
So,
that.
as you... Oh, no, okay. So you can get to there, yeah?
Yes.
As you burst out of the gatehouse, wielding the mighty sun sword, all 3 of the vampires closing in on Bartandalis just... "Ah!" and recoil.
Cool. That is
Chose
the...
poorly.
Oh, shit. That is the end of my turn. I haven't taken damage or attacked anything since last turn. So I lose adrenaline.
Okay.
This is going to end really badly if I'm the only one left alive on this side of the thing. The campaign is going to take a serious nosedive.
I mean, for you,
I mean, for you, really.
we've got Ez. We've not got her.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, who does? Not gonna have me in a minute when this fucking hell tries to take me off. Cora's just suddenly on the other side of the bridge, getting all this XP and she don't know why, because she's killing all her allies.
She's suddenly feeling very strong.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, if it wasn't for the Balgora, I would be throwing haste on you now, Halvor, but I think the Balgora being slowed might be...
Yes, that's
Slightly more
probably a good
beneficial.
idea.
Cora. You are
Hello.
stood there or crouched there in the snow, in the dark, and you just hear in 2 directions just soft footsteps on the snow. And now creeping around the tree, you just see this vampire spawn. And as it gets closer, you can tell at the moment, but from how her eyes are looking around, she does not see you. She's sort of creeping around the tree, looking out towards the gatehouse. But she is, as you can see, very close to you. Rhymefang makes a death saving throw.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it's a D20, not a D10.
With a
isn't it?
D10?
Do you know what? It's because players just click it, don't they?
Sweet.
Okay, he's feeling... Oh no, so it isn't 2, it isn't 2, is it? Successes?
It's
Let's just
either
press-
2 or he's auto-stable. I forget which.
Yeah, I think we've said in the past it's 2,
that-
isn't it? A nat 20 on a death save.
I mean, it's supposed to be that it's automatically stable. It
Is
stabilizes.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Then he is out but stable.
According
Natty
to
one, Natty one's 2
Player's
failed.
Yeah.
Handbook, if you roll a 20 on the D20, you regain 1 hit point, it says.
Oh, so he stabilizes back on his feet.
Okay, yeah.
According
We're gonna-
to a post on DM Academy subreddit.
Then Rhymefang, unfortunately... Oh yeah, it's the end of his turn. Oh, does it give you action there and then? Sure, it's the end of your turn.
That is a good question.
So it is the entirety of your
Yeah, you,
turn.
no, you roll a death save. You roll a death save at the end of your turn.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, this vampire, the vampire formerly known as Siegbert, he does not heal. The light
not what?
from he does not heal. His what few wounds he has do not knit tighter. And however, but with the sudden appearance of this sun sword, he begins to burn and recoil and scream and smoke, and he is going to attempt to move away from you, Bartandalis. Will you permit it?
I will be. Shit. I don't have a weapon, and I can only cast 1 spell, so I will allow.
Just punch him.
Yeah. No, because I don't want to waste my reaction on something like that. He can go.
Okay, well, he is going to lash out at you before falling back.
Oh, is he? Is that desperate to leave? He wants to attack me first?
It
All
burns.
right.
It burns them up, but it has no compelled movement in. They can stick in it if they really want to. He's next to a corner. He's giving you a fuck you swipe before he ducks out.
I will cast Warding Flare.
Okay, tick it off.
One of them goes. That's disadvantage.
He missed with it, so there's no point rolling it again because it's not going to be lower than. It's not going to go back to 11.
Cool.
So yeah, then he will. I need to remember he has not dropped 100 foot off the edge.
This is me trying to be really mindful that I only get to cast one spell. So I'm trying not to use everything.
Only get to
Actually,
cast
does it
one.
count?
Do you only have one?
Oh, it's only one in an action. I could still use shield, couldn't I?
So what am I forgetting? You're not slowed, are you?
No, because I always end up trying to cast 2 spells, but it's only you can't cast 2 spells in your turn, not on your go. Not 2
yeah.
spells
If
in a
you
round.
cast you can't cast an action spell and a bonus action spell. If you do a bonus, yeah. I mean, if we hadn't been for Mr. Deck, we'd have still been rolling with it anyway.
So I was trying to be mindful about that, which is why I didn't take the reaction for him moving. That was all it was, but I've done it now, so yeah,
Okay.
I'll remember for next time. That was not the most optimal move that I've made.
Is this... Where is this vampire that attacked you?
He's just gone around the corner.
Oh.
He's just gone around there.
So you hear,
Was he stood there before?
yes,
Yeah.
you all hear
Yeah, fucking
as
bugger.
leaning over the top, looking down at you, Bartandalus. Remove this curse. And it's going to swipe out at you.
Oh, he can reach me from up there? I thought it was like 40 feet high, these.
He's come back down over it, but he's basically above you with his movement. He's got big climb movement, but other than going over you and then being fucked for movement.
He's hanging on to it like King Kong.
A bit lower than that. His reach isn't quite that big. But this is the entirety of his movement, and now is just his attack, of which he only gets to make one. I do not see how he could realistically be biting when he's hanging down, so he's going to give you a fisting. Oh, Warden... No, I always do this. Warden Flare is the next attack, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is me saying this was not suboptimal.
Not suboptimal what? Sorry?
Because I used Warding Flex, I thought, for some reason I suddenly had it in my head, like, oh, I don't think I'm supposed to use Shield because I can't cast 2 things. And I don't know why, because I've always cast Shield. And so Shield would have protected me throughout the entire turn. But now I've used my reaction, so I can do fucking nothing.
Right.
So I'm about to be fucking buried.
He's gonna push you into the snow like a nail.
Maybe you should just allow an owl to take you.
It's not got around to this owl attacking me yet.
It's not. So, big hit. This huge fist just reaches down and just tries to fucking ham hand on top of, on top of Bartandalus. Just been from one of my players offering me some Rennie. I don't think I have indigestion. What a strange comment. Yes, and you succeed on your save and throw. So it is still slowed, so that's all it can do. That's a point. If it had broken you, would it have suddenly got all the rest of its turn back?
No.
Nah. Do you know that? Or is that because you don't want it to? No, definitely not.
I imagine it would take till the end of its turn for the
yeah.
effect to wear off.
Yeah, I would agree. So, the owls fly up here, Cora. They see no Rahadin.
Would they have
They
known
see
to
no-
fly up there? Would they not have just
You told
not
them to
done
fly.
anything?
You told them. That's why I asked. You said to get them to fly up here between Rahadin and Basophiles. The first one has got here and sees no one there except Ludmilla. Do you issue further instructions?
Yes, I will say for them to attack our enemies, including this one that's straight in front of me.
So you're calling out attack our enemies.
Yes.
So obviously, as you do, this vampire just her eyes suddenly whip.
Can't I mentally control them? I thought I could mentally control
They
them.
obey
She
your
can.
verbal commands.
I'm pretty confident that she can communicate telepathically with them.
Well, the same as a familiar.
Yeah.
Roll initiative. They obey any verbal commands you issue to them. No action required by you. If you don't issue any commands to them, they defend themselves from hostile creatures but otherwise take no actions.
Huh.
That's why you've called that before to them.
I always thought I was doing it kind of mentally. Okay.
The mentalist Cora. Well, given that you thought that, would you like to say you didn't call out? I mean, you are still invisible, remember?
Can they hear me if I whisper?
No.
Ooh, no, I'm still going to tell him to do it.
Okay. So that vampire doesn't immediately get anything. She just has a bit of more of a suspicion of where you are. And what did you say? To attack our enemies, including the ones near me.
Yeah.
So the one that has got up there and found itself up in Ludmilla's face would go for Ludmilla while it's there. Now that she is 5 feet away from it. So this is going to attack Ludmilla. If this fucking giant owl breaks her concentration, it would be the most fucking lols thing.
Come on, owls.
Misses. The next owl comes heading over in your direction. I don't know if it can see you or not, but it sees an enemy and is going to attack this vampire spawn. And hits.
I love my owls.
Wow, actually hits for quite a bit of damage, that one. God, the owls that stayed on this side of the bridge are all really grouped together. Bartandalus, you're up in a second.
Yep.
Would
So
it be reasonable to assume that the owls make use of flyby?
Yes,
Yeah, totally.
A critical
We're gonna. I'm just not gonna keep moving. I'm not gonna keep moving them, but yes. Ludmilla. She cannot do that. So instead,
On DM, you're up on deck.
I know, yeah. Well, I knew what I was gonna do, but then her actions changed it. You see, yeah, she
It's
is.
going to beat the shit out of Cora, is what she was going to do.
With spellcasters.
She's gonna shoot the owl that, although it isn't next to her, is flying by and has reached wherever it has reached the end of its movement. It's going to be in range of her. That one owl that attacked her, and she is going to cast at it.
Lightning bolt.
Ray of Frost.
Have you taken any damage, Halvor? A little.
Not much.
That owl is very nearly deleted from existence.
I'm honestly impressed that it didn't get one shot.
And then,
Good job, Owl.
and then she's going to move off somewhere. The last giant owl, however, will be following her, so would see where she is, and is going to attack her. And then we are at Bartandalus.
Shit, I'm quickly checking something small.
Oh, come on, Bartandalus.
Fucking hell.
You're on deck. Misses.
No, take time.
Bartandalus.
Double check that. Double check it.
It's you, Bartandalus.
Okay,
Caspin, you're up in a minute.
Oh, sorry. I knew what I was doing, and then I've just seen what level. So I'm going to explain. So I'm not like. So I was about to try and use my Mass Cure Wounds spell scroll. I've only just realised it's Mass Cure Wounds, which is a 5th level spell, and I don't have access to a 5th level spell, so I'm trying to find out what the DC is to try and cast from a spell that I don't know. So just give me 1 second.
I thought it was 10 plus the level of the spell for some reason.
Alright, if the spell is on your spells class list but higher level than you can normally cast, you must make an ability check. Okay, there we go. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a failed check, the spell disappears from your spell. Okay, so it's a DC 15.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to try and use, like, straight into my wizard's book. I take out my mass cure wounds. I'm going to target myself. Rhyme Fang. And Halvor. How do I double select more than one person? I'll die. No, I'll die. There you go. No, it's not. Oh.
I'm not sure.
Shift.
Okay.
Shift. But then I have to like right click on myself.
Come on, bartender, the music's tense. It's Hearthstone music.
Don't! It's already bad enough, DM.
Corey, you're up in a second.
Okay, so I'm trying to work out how I do just a normal spell cast.
Oh, how to cast it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, how to just do a spell casting. I know my attack mods are +9, so I know that. Shall I just roll? I'll just roll a d20 with them with a +9 on it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. D20
if it's a fucking
9.
1 now.
I'm not sure whether I have to put a space in that or not. Okay, I'm not sure whether this thing is going to work out, but let's see if that works. Fucking all day long. Have that, motherfuckers. Right then, so... each target regains hit points equal to 3d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So 3d8 plus 9 is what everybody's going to return. I'm just going to have to do this as 3d8, so...
Yeah.
Your spellcasting ability modifier is +9.
Got a 20 intelligence, boy!
Does it include proficiency?
I mean, it's just what because it goes off your. So it's 8 plus your levels in wizard plus your intelligence.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, IR.
Roll them dices.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find where the D8 is. 1 sec.
I want to recover those 8 hit points I'm missing.
Yeah. The owls haven't been injured at all, have they?
No, these ones aren't.
Not these ones.
Okay.
The Balgor is like, don't forget me, please.
So we're all getting. Come on, be generous, be kind.
20.
20. That's okay. 6, 2, and a 3. Okay. So
That includes Rhyme Fang, is it?
It does include Rhyme Fang, yeah. So now, it's a 37.
Okay.
And I will remove the spell scroll from my inventory.
Okay. Any movement from you?
Yeah, I think you want to do loads of moving.
I think I'm thinking about just going inside the building. If I move this, but the Balgor is going to get attack of opportunity, though, right?
No, because he's slowed, but one of the vampires will.
Oh shit! One of the vampires will. Okay. Then, in that case, I am going to.
Come on, the music.
I'm going to start.
You're a fucking warlock.
Well, I'm gonna start going up the mountain. Spider climb.
Maybe a perception check.
God lord.
DC 14. No disadvantage because of a light from the sun sword. Oh, and you have dark vision, so yeah. God, you tonight, you are very aware, just from a shift in the snow as you walk, that although no one else seems to have noticed it, you know that Caspian is stood there. You can just see an imprint. You can see an imprint of his back against the wall, just flattened up.
Okay. Then, in that case, it's going to change my direction slightly, but I'm going to go into more of a...
I mean, you could continue up the wall, couldn't you?
Yeah, I am doing. Oh, why is it not letting me in? Oh, right, because there's an invisible thingy there. Yeah, I am going to... But I'm going to run away from him. So I'm going to kind of
like that, oh yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want them running over him if they're... If following me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
one-
start scrambling. Go on.
One of them will have swiped at you. This one will have swiped at you as you
Sure.
stepped back.
Yeah.
The others cannot. They look.
Yeah.
They look frustrated with you.
I'll take that. That's fine.
Oh, let me just check something though. I overlooked something there. Let me
What did
have
you
a
overlook,
look.
Em?
He should have made that attack, and therefore the other one should have made its attack, but I think it would have still.
You can't retcon. Can't
With
retcon, remember?
Yeah, well, with disadvantage because of the sunlight. So let me roll that again, because it may not have struck you. Did not strike you.
Huzzah.
Yeah, he swung. So you are scrabbling up the cliff, are you? Yeah.
I say scrambling. I'm quite
No,
casually
no,
walking.
you're sauntering. You're sauntering up the cliff.
I look like a vampire scuttling up this fucking thing. So much so that Ludmilla, seeing me climb up here, will not at all think that it's anybody other than a vampire.
Okay,
What?
Cora, it's you. What do you want to do?
So
you are.
I've got
Is it
still
until
my
the end of your turn you are invisible, or until the beginning of your next
start
turn?
of my turn, so I'm going to instantly become invisible as soon as my turn starts.
Which is
Just
now.
to clarify, so I've got still my 4 owls are still trying to get the other guys, aren't they? And I've got 4 that are trying to attack our
Yes.
enemies.
Correct.
Cool. Well, seeing as I'm visible now, I might as well attack this one that's right next to me, eh? That makes
Yeah.
some sense.
You just pop in. You just fade back in rapidly, and you see her. You know, she's been looking up at these owls and trying to strike them off and knock them away, and then suddenly you're there in front of her, and she's just
And then she takes an arrow to the face.
yeah,
So-
point fucking blank from you.
I'm a dangerous lady.
You are. She does not look good.
And I'm going to do it again then.
Jesus Christ. Hits.
Oh, Daniel, put him in a body bag!
Yeah. Anything else from you?
Yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action to go invisible again.
Okay. Invisible. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to move.
Okay, good idea, because you're about to run forward and slice.
It's not letting me move again.
I think you might be intersecting a wall. Try going one step at a time.
I'm presuming DM. So, well, actually, DM.
Well, would you? Sorry, Hitchin. Would you go all that way? Oh yeah. So you are invisible, but
No,
would you
no.
go all that way?
Not having seen what I've seen, no.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to here.
Okay. Cool. But Annalise, yeah.
Sorry. Can I see Siegfried? Has he gone down, or is he going along the bridge?
You cannot see him.
Okay, so he has gone. So just so if I go up, I can't see him. I can presume he's either gone down and under the bridge, but he's out of sight. Yeah.
That would make sense.
No, I mean I can see that. I can see his token. I'm saying if I shouldn't. hide him.
Yeah. He is down the lip. Yeah, you would not be able to see him.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, this boy does not heal. He immediately begins to burn up a bit more. He is seeing Bartandalus heading up there and Halvor here. He is going to make... I know what he's going to do, yeah. As you go up the wall, as you saunter up the wall, Bartandalus,
I probably have a Scotland, but
a
sure.
few droplets of blood spatter down to the floor, and his head just turns. Ah! There's an attempt to sprint after you, well, as much as a slowed man can, and follow you.
Yeah.
Will Halvor be striking? Halvor hits.
Strike
As he
him
goes,
readily.
goes to head after you, he is just cut short, cut off by Halvor. His attention somehow kept, and despite the blood in the air, he is going to turn and make a swing at Halvor instead.
Why was he attacking me then?
He was going to move
Oh,
after
he's going to
you.
run after me. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
What has happened here? Oh yeah, you actually had to roll damage of the attack, of course. Did you add the additional on that?
Additional 1d8, yes. However, unfortunately, because it didn't meet the rules for extra damage for Brutal Strike, so rip.
He is going to attack you. He cannot do anything else. He is going to... Oh, he can't move through enemies either, so he can't get into
Can't move at all. His movement 0.
Oh, he can't. It's not even. He can't move away from him, so he couldn't even move like there. He is stuck at 0. This one in particular. To be fair, this one, despite all the flame sort of starting to build up around him, he seems to be the least bothered of any of them. He just, and even now, as you got his attention, Halvor, you can see that he keeps just turning off towards about blood on the floor, and just seems to be getting really, really agitated. The first of the owls is going to attempt to snatch Bartandalus off the cliffside.
Does it have to? I mean, I suppose can I?
Well, we said last time it has to make an attack on you as opposed
Wait. Sure. What was the instruction that was given?
Go and grab our friends from
Yeah.
across the cliff.
So, can I accept it and not be grabbed and jump on its back? Or is it just going to fucking try and grab me?
No, right, you absolutely
I'd
can.
said collect our friends, yeah.
Yeah, we
Then-
only made it be attacks last time because you were actively trying to fight it off.
Sure. Then I'm presuming it has to do some movement towards me, and then I'll jump on its back.
Okay, so using the power of the module,
And the power of friendship.
you are
As I leave you.
mounted. No, that's not what was meant to happen.
Yeah!
The owl.
That's fine.
The owl shrinks and falls into your arms.
Just riding on top of my shoulders.
Hold on. There we go. This fucking module, man. It seemed so good at first. Okay, yes. So you are now on the owl, and then it will, as per Cora's instruction, begin to move back.
That's fine. Whoa! How much movement does it fucking have?
Well, it was already at you, so it's moved 30 foot back, with you being born on it after coming down to grab you.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
Yeah. This little vampire spawn, is not slowed. It is also burning up. Seeing Bartandalus plucked away, it is going to strike out at Halvor and then attempt to flee. Misses. And then Halvor, it is you.
I am going to move ever so slightly. Square up to this vampire spawn. And with a surge of adrenaline, I'm going to unleash my rage upon him. Is that on? Yes, it is. And I will attack with reckless abandon.
So
Extra
did
1d8.
you say that if Cora loses concentration, they're disappearing now? They're not just flying off?
Correct.
Yeah.
It's if a spell gets to its end, they're left there. If it is abruptly ended, they poof.
And I now can't see Esmeralda, right?
Correct.
But there should be an owl that's gone down. You should have seen an owl plummeting to find her because they said to find the friends, so I assume one's gone for her.
You said our friends on the other side of the bridge.
I
She
did
has
not
been-
say that. I said go and collect our friends. I did not say the other side of the bridge.
Which owl would you like to say has been removed? That owl is removed then.
If they were flying over,
I
they
do not
would have
think-
seen her.
No. Not
No,
how she
why
went last
not?
time, because it's not a miss, it's 12 seconds later. It's fine. One is heading off. Well, I've moved one in that direction. And that one is now heading down into the ravine. So, sorry, you were so you made your just one attack, or is that both attacks you've made?
That is both. Damage was a little bit on the disappointing side, but yeah, okay overall.
Okay. Anything else from you? It
In
is
fact, a little
not
bit
dead.
disappointing is an understatement. The first one was 2d8 and I rolled 1 and a 2. Second one was 2d8 and 3d6, and there was another 1 and a 2 and a 3. Fuck. No, I stay right there.
Okay.
Actually, I will move slightly more north, and I will say, Eastern Angrep! And telling it to Rhymefang to attack.
Okay.
The DM knows Halvor. He speaks all the languages in the campaign.
Okay, I'll just say it in Swedish from now on.
Yeah, just say it in Swedish. He knows it.
To be fair, really they speak more like Welsh apparently, so...
That's true, yeah.
Couldn't pronounce it.
This vampire can tell that there is something nearby, but it can't see what or where. It merely knows the direction.
He's not blooded, is he?
And what? Hey, this has nothing to do with you now. This is Southside shenanigans. Not you Northside fools.
No, it's north side. I thought it was
So-
a Caspian hunt down.
No, it is going to repeat the action it made before. You just see from your position, Cora, these just eyes flit around, and then the hands spin out and almost like it's weaving a sort of net, which it then throws out as it's going to cast fairy fire on the general area in front of it. Now, it's targeting you both, but maybe if you make a save, this does not do anything. So it should have prompted you for a save, Cora.
Oh, yeah!
So this just glowing blue just spatters out everywhere, and all three succeed. It just doesn't cling to you. You see it coming, and you press you back against the wall for a moment, and it lands on the floor around you. We're not going to get into the bullshit, and it sinks in so quickly that you know you can walk on it without leaving footprints or anything like that. And then just sort of glaring around for a second, she just hisses and slinks into the gatehouse and out of sight from you. She has not done well on 2 of 2 fairy fires so far.
I'm very, very pleased about that.
It's like ultimate stealth ninja, just taking fucking everybody on the other side.
So this giant owl is
With the
going to
help of
come down.
owls.
Is Halvor going to allow himself to be plucked, or is it going to have to attack him? I would say consider whether you think Halvor would actually be thinking that Caspian is actively nearby and invisible, given that it hasn't been communicated and no one has said.
I mean, I don't know about that. Halvor was with us when we made Caspian invisible, and he's not seen him
No,
since.
I wasn't.
Was he? No,
No,
he
we
was
were
outside.
gone.
I was well and truly falling out of the sky.
No, I made him.
He was the first
Oh,
person to
shit,
go,
yeah.
and he just fell.
Sorry, yeah, I forgot that it was Ez that made him invisible during combat.
I'm going to resist, mostly just because, I mean,
Rhymefang.
well, if Rhymefang is still
Yeah,
here...
Yeah.
Rhymefang just proved he can't tank a Balgora.
I
at
mean,
least.
I could command him to run away.
Across the bridge that's about to collapse.
the quickest way to have him desert you. Okay, so,
So,
you're
yeah, I
resisting
resist.
the owl. Let's make it an attack.
How much does Rhymefang weigh, by the way?
Oh, should not be.
Quite
you
a lot.
You attacked recklessly, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, it
Oh,
cannot,
yeah!
it cannot get you. But
Take
maybe
a fucking hit, owls!
okay. That...
How much does Rhymefang weigh?
He is a large creature. I imagine, as much as a bit more than a horse. I imagine.
Nay.
Oh,
Boosh! Come
So a
on.
riding horse on here weighs 480. So So 500.
No. A riding horse can carry 480.
Oh, hold on. How much does it weigh then?
Fucking fat horse.
Ask a vet.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of vet. You're kidding me? Although about 500 kilograms for a horse is probably about right.
Yeah, but that's in pounds, so...
Oh, in pounds. Okay, let's.
How much does a horse weigh in pounds?
About 1,000.
Yeah.
Well, males
Rhinefang.
aren't, are they?
Rhinefang, having been issued his orders, will leap forward to a foe attacking his master. And will come in, flanking around Halvor, and gets the vampire spawn firmly in his jaws, rags it, and throws a vampire spawn broken to the floor in front of you, Halvor.
Ah, good boy.
He will then step over it and come to your side, wheeling up and facing against the Balgora, and issuing some serious growls. Like this. That's what a growl sounds like.
Why can I not hear anything today?
We have your sounds set very low.
No,
I
it's
heard
not
it.
changed.
Halvor, the next owl attempts to grab you. Fails. Duktig Pojg. I just see. What is this good boy?
Yeah, in Swedish.
Yeah,
Duktig.
I know all the languages. The Balgora comes down fully and sizing up the two of you. Halvor looks to you and just
Ooh.
as you do not speak its tongue. And
Do I still hear it?
I'd say not from there with the wind and the
Is
snow.
it whispering?
Yeah.
You hear a
it's
low
good.
rumbling growl.
And it's going to attack you advantageously
Bring it.
because you are reckless. This time, now not be on the floor, it's just going to open that maw with those tusks. As it's going to come down on you with that. Oh. He did indeed bring it.
This feels awfully familiar.
I got dual. Was it dual 20s on the spider?
I think it was just a 20 on its bite attack, which was the main one.
Yeah, that was the opening attack as well. So yeah, up with dual 20s, you are bit big.
Big bitey boy.
What? That is an atrocious roll. It did 20 damage. He's not even lost, like... to be fair, it did 20 down to 10, didn't it?
It did.
Pathetic. And
This is why I have no problem leaving Halvor.
it does not look happy. Okay.
The fact that it's slowed is making this so much better.
Oh yeah, totally. So this owl is going to attack her.
Come on, finish her off.
I'm like, you're optimistic, love. Misses, moves away.
She's been hit right in the face with 2 arrows.
She has. And every round that you don't kill her, she begins to feel a little bit better.
I hate her.
Hey,
That
one
was fucking
hits.
sickness anyway. I mean, actually, I suppose I don't know, do I? I'm just going with the flow. Just going with the flow.
And again, I'm saying that these move away just so she got attacked back. Cora, you hear her. I know you're there somewhere.
Yeah, I know you're there too. I can see you.
Oh my.
Oh, actually, that is a mistake from me. No. False. Why didn't it warn me that, actually? It normally warns me. Anyway, yes, you are going to... Yeah, okay. That's her. That owl is going to attack her again. Or at least attempt to. And that also is a big fucking failure. Barthandelus, it's you. What are you? Well, you have no movement, or unless you intend to bamf away from it or anything. But what do you can act from your little fucking gunner in the sky?
So, in the time that an owl... see, I've not got enough... I wouldn't have any idea or inclination that Ez has fallen, would I?
No. You would be at the moment. You'd be able to see that one. That one is visible. That one is clinging to the side of the gatehouse. So that is only about 40 foot from you with the height. So that's very much in range.
I mean, mate, the majority of these are within range of me. I won't worry about it.
Yeah,
I got
true.
this. I got this. I feel like then, in that case, I am going to fireball the. Do you know what? I'm going to light in the Balgora. Because I can see the owl. Is it this owl here that's trying to pick Halvar up and he's fighting it off?
They've both tried.
Yes.
Oh, there's two. I can only see one of them. Okay. Okay. I'm not overly worried about killing it. I don't know. It summons demons and stuff. I feel like they might be okay with fire. So I am going to. I think I'm just going to ride this pony out. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, nice. Can we thread in the needle so don't take an owl out? No, I feel like there we go. I feel like I should take the fucking owl out because it's just been a pain in the ass.
He says, being taken away from combat on one.
Oh, sure. I mean, they're a pain in the ass for you when you're trying to. I want to be taken away by one at the moment.
The owl succeeded. It might survive.
God damn it.
Can I
No,
just?
the Balgora didn't.
Yep.
Can I just move that for a second to show you how fucking jammy you are? How jammy you are! As soon as you said it, I've just typed in the stream like Caspin.
Calculated.
His peach
I knew that
fuzz.
spot.
His peach fuzz on
So
one
just-
side of his face. He slots in perfectly.
Oh, it was like it kind of like trailed along the ground, like right fucking past him.
I was just
Obliterated
waiting.
rock.
I was waiting for his like saving throws to turn up, and you'd be like, "No!"
Oh man, calculated.
yeah,
Fucking-
yeah, absolutely.
Fucking no scoped. Boom.
hits the Balgora hard.
Good.
Still
That's what I wanted.
hits the owl, just not as hard.
It didn't kill the owl even with half damage. Man, these owls are baller, Cora. Use some of these more often.
Well, yeah, more often, not like every single time.
Okay, Caspin's turn. Halvor, you hear a shize.
Scheiße! He doesn't. He keeps fucking quiet, is what he does.
All of you begin to just hear.
Oh shit! Yeah, is this bridge falling now?
As the bridge falls away.
Oh, there it goes. I was wondering whether somebody would have done this at some point. Did you do this yourself? Yeah.
I just did it with a drawing tool today.
Oh, nice.
It's just like it's just a shape, like a polygon line in Foundry,
Yeah.
shape along the river. I should have really done it to about there to reflect the.
I was
the
just gonna
dark.
say.
Yeah. To get more of a void. You obviously can't see the floor down here. Your vision.
I can't.
So yes,
No,
the
I can see
bridge.
it. You've not edited it out, so. Yeah.
The bridge falls away. You do not. It's surreal because you don't hear it hit the floor. You don't hear any of the stonework hitting the water 500 foot below. So it just falls away and ends. Cora, you're
And
up.
lands on Ez.
I
So
would
Cora,
like to
so
instruct.
you pop back
Go on.
into being visible.
I do indeed. But I'm still behind this wall, so the vampire spawn can't actually see me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to instruct one of the owls to throw the vampire spawn into the ravine below.
I will just give to you before you spend your turn doing that. Remember that they can just
Spending my turn.
go around. Sorry, if we waste their turn, they can just go around edges. Remember, Halvor did shove Rahadin off the bridge, and he just
There's
stepped
no
around
edge.
it.
If he grabs it and throws it into the
Carries it out.
Oh, as in carries it and lets go. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes, I would like one of them to do that. And in the next part of my move, I'm going to move to here. Why won't he let me drag it?
Don't hold all while you're doing it.
Man, I can't believe I nearly obliterated Casper. That's like, oh man, double kill. First, Father Petrovich, you get blown up. Caspian, you get blown up. Who's left?
Then I'm going to fire on this woman that's hopefully walking away from me.
Yeah, she's in the bridge house. Let me just remove your invisible status. Hits. What is she concentrating on? Oh yeah, her failed.
Yeah, shitty fairy fire. And then I'm going to do it again.
Hits.
And then I'm going to make myself invisible on my way again.
Okay, then to tick it off.
That's nothing.
God, you remembered this and you're spaffing it all out, aren't you, in one go?
Well, this is my last lot of owls I've got,
Oh.
so I've been after myself.
Okay. The owl with Bartandalus.
Dash. Take
Yeah.
me to wherever I'm going. I just wanted to see the other side of the. Hello. Hello. Who the fuck's that? That's not Blood Miller. Who's this? Just random sexy vampire.
Random sexy vampire 4.
Oh, there's 4 of them. Excellent.
Why will she not dismount? How could you slap?
There's nobody on top of the towers, is there? Because obviously I can't see from here.
Not that you can see.
Okay, but yeah, sure.
I'm just going to move
I'm
it over.
high-
We're going to move
I'm
it
high
over
enough-
one more just to show you that you're... There we go.
Okay, so I'm high enough to have seen up there, but there was nobody
Correct.
up there, yeah?
Correct.
That I could see.
From the angle you were at, no.
Okay.
Fucking spider climb, man. Okay, so yeah, you are touched down. The next one, where is that vampire spawn? Yes.
Sorry, I just want to clarify. The angle that I was at.
Basically, from what Cora can see, Ludmilla's up here but was clung to the other side. So you wouldn't have seen on your approach. She's on the side.
So, yeah, okay, that's fine, that's fine. You felt like you were saying I was coming in really low.
No.
Oh, you couldn't have seen up on top of the tower. Okay, cool.
Halvor, it's you.
I'm gonna step up and go for the Bulgura. I'm gonna start with a bonus action shield bash. I take the shield and I'm gonna...
You paused. You took the shield and you're gonna?
Oh shit, I was miming. Took my hand up, push to talk. I take the shield, draw it back, and then I'm gonna slam the rim of the shield into like the side of the Bulgara's knee in an attempt to knock it down.
Okay.
Oh,
Is that a proning? Yeah.
Get wrecked.
sure is.
Get wrecked.
I'm gonna raise the Sunblade high and chop away.
Oh, fucking hell. Just realised, forgot what I wanted to do. Every fucking time.
Every time, indeed.
Every time. I
The
wanted to...
Bulgara's not undead, is it?
No.
No.
I wish it was.
Yeah, boy.
Cool.
It's looking in a bad way. Anything else from you?
And I'm gonna... Nope, I stay next to my boy Rhymefang.
Okay.
A-team over there.
Stepping out onto the bridge.
Bot Handlers is probably the only person that can see this.
Mmm.
Mmm.
You see across the darkness on what little left of the bridge, Bartandalus, the faint glimmer of a spell being cast in your direction as it goes out and will attempt to cast a spell at you. This will not affect the owls, they are above it.
Okay,
I'm being lazy.
I will counter. I will try and try and counter spell.
It is a first level spell, so spend your counter spell and snuff it out.
And I just do that, whatever it is, Enciano man, where he just comes into the camera and just shakes his head. That's what I do. I kind of like see this little glimmer and the movement, and I mean I've got dark vision, so I kind of like see the hand actions and then mouthing something, and I'm like, snuff it out.
And you see a look of frustration, and then it just starts 28 days later running towards you. A lot disappears for a second. That's all it can do, though.
I'm looking at the owls. Pick me up!
Yeah.
Pick me up! Pick me up!
This owl will once more attempt to pluck Halvor. I need to remember to not... Oh, were you reckless on the Balgora then?
Nope. It was prone,
Okay.
so I had advantage.
Of course, yeah. one fails. This one, you see the, as you called it, sexy vampire chick is looking quite wounded by Tandalus, but they
Yeah.
knot up.
Do you want a piece of this ass?
She's going to come towards you, which is going to incur her one attack of opportunity from an owl.
Why just one? Why not two?
Because she's not. Oh yeah, two indeed. The top one as well.
Fucking two, right, two.
She.
Get him out.
Shing. And
What's happening now?
The other one.
You can't see.
Yeah, not there. Your immersion. So failure.
Oh my fucking god.
But
Why
is
are they-
this the grab attempt?
No, this them attacking a vampire passing through
Okay.
them.
So she is going to strike out at you twice.
She lacks the blood.
Another
I will do nothing about that.
one. First slice. Second one comes in.
I will cast shield on that one, please.
You will not because you just counted.
Oh, I won't, 'cause it doesn't do anything. And it doesn't do anything actually, because it will only give me a 23. I keep forgetting what my actual thing is. Fuck me. And I counterspelled. Oh.
Yeah, you counter spell it.
Oh, 1 minute.
What are you?
Concentrations, double concentrations. Double.
Oh
no! Sorry, no,
The slow comes off on the fucking wrecked Bolgora. Probably isn't going to get to capitalise on that, I imagine.
You brought me to my death, Cora!
Rhymefang will aid his master and will leap at the Bolgora advantageously. The Killsteel Wolf also kills the Bolgora. Tell me how, however, you would like Rhymefang to kill the Bolgora.
I mean, I've taken it out so that it's proned. I give it a couple of stabs, and then Rhymefang just goes straight for the jugular whilst it's on the floor and rips its throat out.
Okay. Yeah, it is dead. Rhymefang looks at you for affirmation.
I call him a good boy.
And then suddenly, from behind, you are struck by a set of talons, maybe, or perhaps not. Oh, nearly a nat 20. You are. These owls are just fucking pestering you. And then, right, I moved this guy to the max of his ability. I'm so fucking chuffed that Siegbert was about a foot onto this segment of bridge when it all collapsed. He was so nearly taking a tumble. So he comes up. He will go along the cliff, but he is dashing to do that, and he has no actions left.
Here!
Pardon?
He was on the other side of the bridge?
No, he was on our side of the bridge, and he has dashed, moved along the edge of a cliff, but he has no actions. And he could very likely, now we're at the time of the great owl chucking. He's also, we're going to say that he is currently, just for your information, Bartandalus, too low to get an attack of opportunity on you. He's round the fucking corner. But this one, as per Cora's instruction, might be about to go skydiving.
I know that we've been doing it as attacks before, but considering this is an actual grapple attempt, should it be
strength.
contested athletics or strength?
Makes sense, actually.
Isn't that contested after the attack lands, or is it just rolled?
No, it replaces an attack. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, so it
Yeah,
is going
yeah,
to-
Oh, is this a game?
Is it
Who's this
going
game?
to-
Is it getting?
Right, it's going to attack the vampire
Oh,
spawn.
okay.
Come on,
Okay,
do your BRB. So it is going to try and grab her. Oh, doesn't look good. She is.
Oh,
going
this
to-
not Cora's thingy thing to drag them out over
Yeah.
over
Yeah, she is going to
the
contest.
ravine. Okay.
She is fine. They only have one attack, so that's all. That's all it's going to do.
That was such a good idea, though.
The others. I feel like you just said, "Be right back, give me a sec," like 4 times and never actually went. And now he's gone, isn't he? That's probably a hit, yeah. In fact, I'm going to mark that owl, because that has been owl that has been assigned chucking duties. So I'll mark him. That owl attacks and hit. Nice. Next up.
I am back.
Excellent. What's the range? Let's check something on this. Yep, you hear. In fact, no. You don't hear. Oh, sorry, Cora, you would absolutely hear another incantation coming from round the corner.
From where the fairy fire thingy was.
No, from the opposite direction, from around here. You hear Ludmilla's voice laden with magic, and then you hear another. As on the bridge, you see another Bargora manifest. This one, not having the cool art from before. I'm not sure why. You roll its initiative. Oh, I keep forgetting that. Keep moving and forgetting that an owl can bloody see her. You're up in a second, Bartandalus? If you
Yeah.
fails. Okay, Bartandalus, it's you. Corey,
Sorry,
soon.
I'm just looking up on Reddit because I was going to try to do something. So I was saying casting more than one spell per turn. Yes, you can cast more than one spell per turn or round. The
one's
only
a
specific restriction is you cast a spell as a bonus action. You can't cast a non-cantrip spell during your turn. So I can cast a bonus action and a cantrip.
You can cast
Yeah,
a spell
yeah,
at
yeah.
first level or higher and a cantrip, yes.
Okay.
But that's
Okay.
what you've been doing though. Since Deck pointed it out, you've been sticking to that.
Okay. Fucking bullshit. I am going to.
Yes.
I am going. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I'm just surrounded by 3 people, and I didn't expect Sea Bird to suddenly appear. So this fucks me a bit. I. Oh, no, between you and attacking enemy. Oh, fucking twat. Right, I am going to.
Keep saying it, mate. I'll give you an idea.
No, I know what I want to do. I'm trying to work out how to not get fucked by it.
I want to go back to the Amber Temple. I want to apologise to X-Fan.
I am going to look at. Oh shit! No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay.
Okay.
I think it's fine. I'm going to start casting a spell.
Okay.
Is anybody stopping it?
I do not believe that one. No.
I totally had it because I counterspelled her. I totally had it in my head that she could counterspell me. And she fucking can't counterspell me. Excellent. Okay.
So go on, do it.
That's...
Where are you Misty stepping to?
I am Misty stepping with a fucking hell 4th level spell slot.
Get ready for your turn, Cora.
Okay.
You say it like that.
Out over the ravine.
So you know you can't see the bottom, so you are... Yeah, midair? Okay. What the fuck? Okay. So, I believe... So believe from how this works, you will begin falling next turn.
Sure, yeah, I aim myself high.
I suppose, yeah, you can aim upwards as well. I'm presuming you have feather fall then.
No, I do not.
Just anything's better than this. Oh, I know. Of course.
Yeah.
I know, of course. Right, okay. Caspian. Looking around like... I'm here, Halfor. Do you know I am here, yes?
What? Who said that?
It's Caspian.
It's my voice.
Caspian,
That is one
grab an
left.
owl.
And I'm invisible.
Where are you?
And
Ah!
he just tugs on your sleeve.
You go with an owl. It will definitely be able to carry Caspian as well. He weighs like 3 pounds.
But he will let himself be steered if Halvor wishes to do anything with him on his turn. Cora, it's you. You pop back into visibility.
So I assume that none of my owls seem to have returned with anybody yet. So I'm getting a bit freaked out right now.
You tell
could
me
see
fucking elf, go get me again.
you could see the bartender has appeared there
yeah.
and then
I
disappeared
could see your
6
problem.
seconds later. Yeah, and she's got better vision than you in the dark. Oh no, the same at the moment. She's more used to it.
So I'm gonna do the same thing as I did last time and step toward. Oh shit!
Yeah, as you do, you see that on the bridge. It is facing your direction.
Oh no! I'm gonna fire some arrows at it. Sure. That was supposed to be unintelligible, right?
Yes. It's including the little chair
Still
squeak at
slow,
the
have
end.
I dropped concentration? It's still slow, isn't it?
No?
No, this is a different Bulgura.
Yeah, you killed that Bulgora. She's summoned the new one.
Shut the fuck up!
That's why the art's different.
I mean, oh man. Yeah. Oh well. Rip Cora.
Invisible again. I'm gonna fire on it first, though.
Hits. Fucking hell, that hit for quite a lot, actually.
Yeah. I mean,
She's actually firing sledgehammers out of this bow.
I'm running out of arrows. I'm gonna have to fire your bloody axe you gave me soon. Okay, I'm gonna fire him again.
wah, wah. What? Fucking hell, your plus to hit is so big now. Yeah. Well and truly snuffed my sad trombone out there.
Another 8 as
Fuck
well.
me. It's already not looking particularly great.
You go, girl.
I'm still going to go invisible and run away the hell from it, though.
I think that's a good idea. Waste that use of it, but it does have true vision.
What's true vision?
Never mind.
yeah.
Don't have to worry about it.
Nothing. It's not important. You're alright.
Not
I
on
can
this,
see
not on
through
this.
things.
Weirdly, I don't think it'll be relevant in this from where it is, but weirdly, a Bolgora does have blind sight. No idea why.
Why not?
Well, see, I always think of blind sight as being like for things that don't have eyes. Like I'd imagine, like a purple worm having blind sight. With, like
The
tremors
majority
and
of
stuff.
things that have no eyes, they have tremor sense. They don't have blind
Oh
sight.
shit! Yeah, tremor sense, of course. Cora hides in plain sight. Okay. Owl time. So, did you say you want? Well, so you before we end your turn, Cora, were you giving any verbal instruction for an owl to try and snatch Bartandalus, or did Bartandalus say, "Don't you fucking tell them to"? I didn't hear if he said "do" or "don't."
Did you say it again?
I didn't see anything, so my owls are grabbing my friends and bringing them to this side, and that's the last they know of it.
So she's shouting again, go and get my friends again. Because the
Oh, they've
one...
always said it.
No, yeah, but one of them, they've completed the task. I got brought over. They're just going to keep grabbing me.
The one owl
Bring
just
my
looks at
friends to
you
me.
like.
Until they're with me. You're not here.
That owl's like, this fucking guy.
Do you give any commands to the other ones that are on this side?
They're still attacking enemies.
Okay, they're all just attacking.
Attacking my enemies.
So you said
Especially
that you didn't see me before?
You'd be
'Cause we had
calling.
line of sight-
Yeah, because
well, we
Corey,
had line
you
of sight for each
saw.
other.
Yeah, from your line of sight, you saw an owl bring Bartandalus to the floor, him be attacked, and then with a. I suppose she would have seen him disappear. Yeah, now you would see. No. Shit, you're not
from the distance
looking at
I
where
walked
she.
away.
Well, hold on. So when
She
he
can see
teleported.
me.
No. When he teleported away, she wouldn't have seen where he went to. From where she. In fact, how is it that you have line of sight on her, but she doesn't on you? Let me look at
I
her
think-
token.
I don't think she's got as much vision as she should have.
No,
What?
she only
Oh,
has.
sorry,
She only has
brilliant.
40. I was just about to say she can't see you, but you can see her. Yes, so you can see Cora from where you are. If you would like to issue a verbal command to your owls because you had the
I
wrong
double
vision on your
thumbs up
token.
Cora.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that.
But
Hey!
you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, I will instruct my owl to leave Barty where he is and start grabbing vampire spawn and dropping them.
So you now want all
Drop
of
them on
the.
Barty!
You now want all of these 4 owls to do them a grab and drop because before you
Grab
were
and
told
drop.
one to.
Go
Okay,
for the
cool.
Grab and drop.
Okay, so this owl is going for the grab and drop. This owl is going to do a contested athletics.
Come on, one of them's got to get one of them. Who's this on? Is this on?
This is on
Sigbert?
Sigbert. Yeah.
Sigbert. Ah!
Seabit's fine.
It's close.
Does he not get disadvantage because he's like climbing?
No, because we have spider climb, so they're just absolutely
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
OP spider climb. Nerf
That's
it.
gonna be
for
that's gonna
NPCs.
be that. Halvor, it's you.
Can I essentially palm Caspian into an owl's talons?
What is an owl's intelligence, given that you're pushing an invisible bundle that it does not recognise as a friend into
Yeah,
its bloody...
I like to imagine that it just
Yeah.
it's like a baby where if something touches its claw, it just grabs it.
It'd be flying over the cliffs and go, I'm not holding anything, just flex and stretch those talons. What round are we
Perhaps
on?
issue a verbal command to it.
In fact,
Take this invisible boy.
in fact, something I probably should have done at the start of the round is that Caspian would actually become visible.
Oh, because
Just a minute.
it's super not concentrating anymore.
Oh shit, yeah. Lol.
Ages ago.
I mean, you say she was falling for. She might have scrambled onto a ledge.
There's definitely
fell.
scrambling involved. So yeah, you can foist Caspin onto one of these wolves so that he can be carried at its turn.
Well, in that case, I'm just like, Caspin, let the owls take you. They'll take you to just other bridge.
Do you
And I'm going
direct him to the owl that looks healthier, or the owl that looks somewhat battered,
Which is which?
weaker?
Oh, well, I was thinking the one closer to the bridge would be able to get further anyway in one go, so... Yeah, this owl.
So you want that owl to take him, okay? At his turn, that owl will get him. What are you doing with your turn now?
I want to attempt to mount Rhymefang.
He's going to jump it.
Are you seriously going to jump that?
He's going to
Yeah.
jump. He's going to jump the gap.
As if Ryan Fan can jump that with you on top of him.
Rhymefang could definitely jump that. Oh wait,
What?
I have not seen how large this is. How big is it?
It is a 30-foot gap.
Oh my. Did you give
no,
me
it wasn't.
access to Rhymefang's sheet or not?
I thought I had. If not, I can do it in just a moment. Or in but a moment. Configure permissions. Halvor. Owner.
Is it in the...
It should,
Party
just be
section?
it should just be. Oh, yeah, it's still in the amber. It's still in the amber temple section. Let me just.
Oh wait, I see it.
Yeah. Don't open him. I'm about to stick him into the party folder instead. I'm gonna move him. There you go. He's now in the party, the characters section.
Okay.
I'm not sure you would necessarily know whether or not he'd be able to jump this. The calculations.
I mean,
are a
I'm
bit unfair.
certainly. I think it's very in character for him just to try and go for it. But I think it is an ambitious jump. This is Homer. This is Homer accidentally going over a ravine here.
I'm glad I've already got owls that are trying to grab you.
The owls are just like, I can't do anything with that.
I mean, even if I take a couple steps forward, I can then realize how incredibly large this is. Fuck me, how am I going to get Rhymefang across the thing?
I mean, multiple owls could carry him.
Okay, I'm just going to have to command him to wait, and then...
So you're not
grab an
mounting
owl.
him, or you getting
Yeah.
on him? Okay, so let me just dismount you.
I really thought that it was going to be like 15, 20 feet.
So you're getting grabbed by the other owl, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Looking around. Bartandalus, you see the same vampire look out to you. And
Which one?
The one
Oh
I'm
my God.
pinging, and
Yeah,
look to cast a spell at you.
Okay.
Will you do anything about it?
I cannot do anything about it, so no.
She's going to try... Oh, what's the range, actually? Sorry, let me just double check the range on it. Yeah, she's going to try and cast Sleep on you.
Epic. I don't know if she... Oh, yes. I think it doesn't work against it. What do I have to roll?
What doesn't work against it?
Shield. Yeah, it's a save throw, isn't it?
No. It is a safe.
Oh, no, it's not!
Is it not? It's just it's a total
Yeah, no,
H-
it is. Say again?
Yeah, sleep is
just,
just against 2 HP.
Yeah. Don't know
I
why
don't
it's
even
making me
know.
do an attack. It's making me do an attack roll here. Let's have a look.
No, it's probably the standard setup. You just roll
Yeah,
the
let's
number
see.
of dice.
Let's see what. I don't know why. It's just rolling a d20, isn't it? Critically hits. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't actually mean anything.
Don't
So-
roll it critically, though.
No. I'm just going to roll 5d8. Do you have less than 17 HP?
I do.
Then you fall asleep.
Night night, everybody.
out in the air. So Cora, you see Bartandalus teleport out. He gives you those thumbs up, and then he just goes just all lax and limp. And I know he isn't. I know he isn't fallen yet, but you just get the sense that you'd see that Casper spell in front of you as well. You'd have the sense that something bad has just happened to Bartandalus, and he will begin to fall.
God, I just save everybody constantly.
So what is it? How many rounds is it until I hit the floor? What was it with Halvor, like the next round?
Well, we didn't use the we didn't use the exponential falling rules. You're meant to apparently fall 500 foot per round, increasing if you go off I jumped off the magical plane of Air Castle. But we did say last time 2 rounds, yeah. So you will hit the floor round after next, unless anything else happens. Just to say as well, just so that we don't... Where are we? Just to avoid any potential lamentation later, Cora. I know you've had your turn, but you can, if it does say in Conjure Animals, it is not an action from you to update verbal commands to owls that can hear you.
I would like to then get the closest owl to go and try and catch him.
Okay. Meanwhile, on the other side of the bridge, this owl is grabbing Caspin and is going to begin to fly across. Dashing through the... No, they would not fly in that direction where they see an angry looking person. Let's have a look. Where are we? Bye! What says you don't see him, Bartandalus, because you're asleep.
I'm asleep.
Can he not come further than that? Can he not come 120?
He has to pick him up as well, though. Did he pick him up on the stand?
Yeah, he wasn't. They were above him. They went on the floor where he's coming down. I've had it. They've been 30 feet above, so because that was keeping them out of the Bolgora's jump and reach, because it has big jump attack. So 30 foot down, and then I think he went 85 foot over. Oh, he just can go 10 foot more. 10 foot more. There we go.
Casper's just shit himself as he sees all these.
This is what he's going towards. Being flown over to all these vampire spawn. You did use invisibility, didn't you, Cora? Your last invisibility last turn.
Yes.
Then it does not run for you. It is... These owls are flying all around them. They are just looking at the meal being borne over towards them on this owl. They are going... She is going to disengage. And is going to... Ranfang, like a good boy, will wait. Giant owl will bear Halvor. Bear? I thought it was an owl. He's then going to the 5th Musketeer. He's smart, he's cool, he rides on a mule. Yeah, you said to bring him to you, and so he would. 95 rather. So yeah, 90, sorry. Oh, a bit of overlap there, but that's unintentional. Let's move him over one more just to make life a bit easier. Vampires. Oh shit, yeah. As Halvor comes getting brought over, the blast of the Sun Sword comes down on the floor, and again, upset for poor Siegbert, who fucking managed to flee across the bridge to get away from this sunlight, only to have it suddenly follow him. So Siegbert immediately takes that damage. He does not regenerate, and he is going to start scrabbling. Scrabbling down the cliff. The Balgora. Oh. No. Balgora is going to move there, and then it looks to ready an action. A spell, in fact. Its hands begin to glow slightly.
Is it looking at me? Does it look like it knows where I am?
No, it can't see you.
Okay,
It's
good.
just it's just looking around, and its hands are glowing.
Oh, how many owls can it devastate in one go?
This owl is going to continue the updated owl directive of fucking chuck 'em off cliffs.
Is it just the nearest one that got told to pick me up?
Oh, I apologise.
Yeah, the nearest
Yes,
one was
no,
supposed to collect him.
So you're just having one do that, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, the others are kind of busy.
Okay, that's going to... Well, we're only busy because you're making them. The one with love heart, I've just marked with love heart, is going to be the one who... Hold on, but hasn't had its turn yet, has it? Oh, the nearest one has had its turn. Right, but so when you issue... Yeah, what did it do? That owl here...
Not attacked anything.
What could it have done? Oh, right, because Cora didn't issue the command on her turn, did she? It was after, yeah. So the one that is closest to you had already acted by the time that Cora gave this command. So are you going to have been telling the owl that looks like it's been waiting a few more seconds, or an owl that still looks primed to be acting, Cora?
The one that's trying to be acting, the one that's going to get to him the quickest.
Okay. So this one is not going to go on chucking duty. The one that thinks, hey, I have some action in me, is going to... Oh, it is pretty fucking wounded, this owl. Is going to bomb it down and try to grab Bartandalis. I think last time we ruled... Only if it damages him. We ruled it last time as an advantageous attack, didn't we, to grab him midair?
Like a DC 1, I think it was.
So it has an advantageous attack.
I thought it was a dexterity check it was doing, not an attack. Last time.
You're right. It was DC 12, wasn't it? DC
Yeah.
12 dex to grab. Thank you for reminding me.
Nice.
Yeah, it's easy when they stay still. I mean, apart from following through the air.
Whereabouts does it grab me? How far down away?
By the neck?
Moved. It would have been about... Well, I moved it a full round of movement for it, so 60 down.
It just snatched me out of the air, basically.
Yeah.
As I started dropping.
You've taken no damage. It's one of those things where I just thought it'd be shitty for him, but if he knows it's got it, it makes sense tactically to do.
What's that?
The sleep on you midair at that moment.
Oh no.
Yeah, my character had this really great arc, but then it got put to sleep in midair and just dropped to its fucking death. Right,
Yeah.
so this owl will attempt to do the grabby.
I'm presuming you, like me, when we play the game, you're never really checking the resources. I have no fucking spell slots to do anything about it.
Yeah. I'm not countering what you've got. I'm doing what it'd do.
Yeah.
Athletics. So 17 from the owl. 18 from the vamp. Just shoves him off as he's trying to grab her. Which fucking owl is this? That's another one doing the same thing. Yeah. So this is going to... I don't know why I'm targeting them when I do this. It's contested. So contested. You. Not great from the owl. Fine from the vampire. Ludmilla. She is going to fire a spell at one of these owls.
Is she in Sunsword range, and does she care?
She is not. You do not have line of sight on her at the moment. Why does she have I believe there is a mistake with her sheet because she has used nothing of that level at all, and yet shows as having no slots.
Was this because you accidentally cast Maddening Darkness?
No, it was not. Because, I don't think I did actually tick that one off. Let's check. I did tick that one off, but no. I don't know why she did that. She is going to cast Mind Spike on an owl. And as she does, there is just the Balgor in front of Ukor. There's just a sudden snap in his face and sort of shakes the head for a moment and just a grunt of confusion, and then he just looks absolutely furious. Oh, did it prompt you to roll that as well?
Me, no.
Yeah, that owl's not looking good. That owl... Actually, she would now be visible to you, and that owl is attacking her. Well, Tandalus, you're up in a second.
I'm not doing fucking anything. I'm asleep
shit,
for
yeah.
I'm asleep for 10 rounds. So I'll see y'all next week.
Caspin's being carried by an owl. Cora, it's you. And you pop back into the world.
Yeah, not great, eh?
The moment you do, you just see the Balgor in front of you. His eyes just snap down to you. And it was a grin, and the energy on his hands is unleashed.
Oh, shit.
I
Everyone's
thought
gonna
he was
die.
looking enraged.
He is.
You're all gonna die, I'm really sorry.
This is not a damaging spell, it just makes you stay still.
Will not
Yeah.
make me lose concentration.
No.
No, it would not. And I know the owl's targeted. Yeah, the owl's targeted, but it's not affected because it is obviously in the air. Pff, and you're fine.
Oh, thank God!
Yes,
I'm gonna run the hell
just
away from him.
black twisted vines, almost like the Gulfias tree, sort of just comes bursting out of the ground and try to grab you, and you've managed to. It's all that ranging you do. You just manage to dip and weave between a couple and step out of what you can tell are just like these coils of bracken about to wrap around your leg, and you manage to not be restrained by the entangle spell. Sorry, I just also skipped past your turn then. So what would you like to do now that trigger has happened?
I would like to run as far away from this thing as I can, please. And then do the dodge action because I really need everyone to stay on their owls right now.
I will, don't worry.
Well, not if your owl disappears, you
Oh,
won't.
do you know what? I thought it had 10-foot reach. It does not. Yes, you can move away. So move to where you want to go. These trees are big terrain trees. You've got to move around them. They're like pine trees down to the floor. They're not like canopies you go under.
There you go. And I will take the dodge action.
Okay.
I would also like to instruct any owls which are not currently carrying my friends to come and protect me.
Okay, so owls are not currently carrying your friends. Come and protect you.
Yes.
This owl immediately heeds the call. Oh, fuck, it's there. Okay. Comes and heeds the call.
Will you heed the call?
You're compelled to, so yes.
Halvor, what are you doing?
Well, I'm on an owl!
Oh, yes, of course. You're doing nothing till you're touched down.
Can I leap from the owl? And
So it
not
is.
fall to my death.
Well, are you on its back? What is your standing jump?
I thought we accepted that if they were trying to get us, we could just jump on them.
No, he's already on one, and he is.
Oh.
He is 15 foot away. Sorry, 10 foot away from the ledge. About 20 foot above the ground, above the ledge, but also 520 foot above the floor.
Without a running start, my long jump is approximately 6 feet horizontally.
Really?
6 feet? Wow.
6 feet?
Well, yes, because I have 13 strength.
Oh God, you should have made higher or more strength on your character, mate. Okay, so you're not. So you're not
would be there. That's enough to surely scrabble over the edge.
With 20 feet on top of you, have 20 feet height on top of you. We can say you land on that, yeah.
Yes.
Let me just decouple you. You can now leap. Doof. So that is.
I like to imagine that I'm like, my feet are on the edge and my arms swing a bit in a windmill fashion as I'm like, about to fall backwards, and I'm like, oh God!
When you make Sonic stand on the edge.
Exactly like that, yeah.
So we'll call that your movement because it was mostly horizontal drop. Some fall damage because you've fallen 20 foot. Shall I roll it or do you want to?
Go ahead. You bastard! You're cheating, I know it.
Please take off 12 HP. Just for reference, you dropping 20 foot onto a soft bank of snow hurt you more than a critical punch from a Bolagora.
I am still adrenaline, so halving, but yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. You do it. Oh, you already have. So yeah, you still have your action on your bonus, obviously.
Well, I'm going to bonus action to move because I'm not in range of anything, which is very frustrating.
Yes, you are. Is that not a horizontal? Are you not on a tile, actually? Why do you show kind of being a tile and a bit from her? You are twixt tiles! That was weird. Don't know how you did that. So yeah, you are in range of 1.
Okay. Well then, fuck it. I'm going to attack it. I'll give it the old shield bash as well for the bonus.
I said a strange noise then, but nothing's happened on my stream screen, so I don't know what that was either.
That was me rolling a natural 20.
Oh, it didn't pop up for me, of course. Well, yeah. So she is. Well, is she prone or is she being shoved? Oh.
Yeah, we're going prone.
Okay.
And then, sunblade in hand, I take some swipes.
That dice could not decide what it wanted to do.
Plus 1d8.
Mm-hmm. That did not seem like very much damage then. Hits. Oh, fuck me, that was the damage, yeah. Does not look good.
Good.
Anything else from you?
Nope.
As she's on the floor, she starts to erupt in flames as she's prone in front of you, and even as like those burning wounds on the sword go through, and you see that they don't heal over, just the rest of her starts to erupt. She looks absolutely dreadful. She is going to make one attack at you and then try to leg it.
She's going to regret it for the rest of her life.
Were you reckless when you attacked her? Oh, it doesn't matter. She's disadvantageous in the sunlight. Misses.
To be fair, that would balance out. Yeah.
Do you want to make your swing at her because she was about to try and move away? Yeah, go on. She does not manage to move. Tim, how you kill her?
As soon as she kind of jumps around and tries to flee, this one goes plunging straight up through the back and out of her chest, impaled fully.
So many fucking vampires, but I made full character names and backstories for thinking that Barty's gonna be walking around, popping names off everyone like nothing. All these lives snuffed out, these backstories never picked up.
Just kill them all.
Dead. Dead. Next up, Giant Owl. Giant Owl carrying Caspin comes and touches down on the oh god, where can it fucking land? Does it put him down on the edge next to the vampire or next to the Balgora or all the way back to its mistress next to another vampire?
Yeah, the last instructions it had was to bring them to me.
You.
So.
Yeah. Just for the sake of space, it's going to go past here and we'll pop him down there.
Drop him down the other cliff.
No, that's going up. Sorry if it wasn't obvious. That's heading higher. That's not dropping down again.
Okay, cool.
I'll move it out the way just so there isn't complete fuckery of the map. Next owl. Okay, that's fine. This vampire spawn is healing up. She is going... You went invisible again? No, you took the dodge action, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't have any more invisibility.
She is just beyond the glow of the sun sword, but she is not blind to the effect it's having on her companions and the fact that it's here. She looks over to you, sort of taking a defensive pose. The boy been touched down the owl on her, and she is going to take an attack of opportunity from the owl, and that hits. But then she is gonna fucking cheese it. Ramfang.
Like how you say Rhinefang like he's a player.
He is.
Rhinefang, you're up next. What do you want to do?
From across the bridge.
Rhinefang is a good boy, so Rhinefang is going to stay where he is.
Ooh,
He howls with the howls of multiple wolves. But yeah,
I've just noticed he's got fucking pack tactics, the cheeky bastard.
Yeah, I've mentioned that a couple of times. I've referenced that.
Yeah, she's done. Yeah.
I don't think I paid that any attention when I was attacking next to him, but
He also has the wolf.
You've not got it though.
He also has the wolf ability to drag things down to the floor of a strength check when he bites them, but he never needs it because he fucking bites to kill.
They die.
Okay, Ramfang will continue over there. This owl, no longer carrying anybody and having received a new directive from Cora, will come to her aid and see no immediate threat to her. This little piggy is... Now, he does heal because he is actually now 120 foot down the cliff through constant scrabbling, and the light from Halvor on the edge does not extend around that corner and down that far, and he is going to continue on his merry way at a dashing speed. So he is 180 foot down. Next, the Balgora. Coming around the corner. Back out of Balgora to... Yeah, okay. The Balgora is coming around the corner, seeing Halvor going to attack.
You know, I never would have guessed.
You were not reckless before on the Vamp
I
Wave?
wasn't.
No, so he is going to make 3 attacks, 1 with his bite and 2 with his fists. I really thought I was coming at a nat 20, man.
That extra 1 AC from the shield upgrade last session.
And in
has done
fact,
the
sorry,
trick.
I forgot. I'm going to roll that bite again because he's doing all of this recklessly.
Oh, he can be reckless.
Oh, Carbon.
And that one hits.
Oh my god! What is it with you critting me? I swear you must have installed a module where you can force
There is
crits.
no such module.
I'm pretty sure there is.
I have,
I mean, if it
I have
was-
nothing of the sort, because that would be a campaign ender, a trust killer, a
All if we found
bullshitter.
out about it. All if we found out about it.
I
To be
have,
fair, I do have mod privileges, so I would have noticed.
That's a good point, yeah. What? Stop! Just keep
Okay.
saying it. Keep saying it, Alva. every time you
Critically
say it,
bitten, critically fisted.
every time. Name of your hope. Title of your sex tape. Is it 3 for 3?
Surely not.
That would
It's
have
the
been.
scene of Borat.
So just it comes in and jukes are just swinging, and also teeth. To be fair, that still hasn't done that much to you, Alva, in the grand scheme of things.
It did. It has a halved correctly, right?
Let's have a look. Yes.
Good.
Meanwhile, in the arms of an angel. Oh, I'm moving my owl a bit more just so I can touch him down. The owl bears a gently sleeping Bartandalus to you, Cora, and unfurls its claws, leaving him face down, only for flavour, in the snow.
Seeing this, I will command all of my owls, which have stopped carrying my friends now. I've still presumably got one that's out there trying to get Ez, but I can
Presumably.
probably hear Halvor fighting, right?
Yeah.
So in that case, I will command the owls, which is not trying to get Ez wherever she is, to the two that are close to me stay and protect me, and the others help Halvor.
The two that are next to you to stay with you, the other two to Halvor.
Can she do that out of... That's not your turn, though.
I can command
She
whenever
can
I want.
issue a verbal command whenever she wants. Yep, it says in the spell, no action from you.
Wow, okay.
Okay, so that one has exhausted its movement, coming over and bringing Barty back. The next one is this one. This is already at at Halvor, so it is going to join in and try to attack the bar advantageously on account of over recklessness, but it misses. Next one does likewise, attacks with all the Avantage French textbooks.
Nice.
Ooh, no, might still hit. Yeah, it's. Is that a nice? Is that I'm old enough to have used that book as well? Yeah, Avantage, the most vandalized book in my life. No need for concentration because I disabled the spell because no one took it anyway. Next up. How does that work? I don't. I've not got time to look it up, but I do not think that would work. So
wanna ask?
therefore, no, because it would also give the game away. Let's have a look. Cora.
Hello.
Just double check the range on this. Oh yes. Oh yes. You were dodging, weren't you? You weren't invisible.
I was dodging.
Yeah. I don't think that affects this because it is a save. Let me just target you with it. Oh, shit, scroll past it.
Can she even see her?
No. Or maybe, I don't know.
Oh, no, I forgot I told you about those trees, didn't I? So she cannot, so she would have dashed instead. So yeah, Cora nothing.
Yay.
Meanwhile, the owls have been instructed to assist Halvor. It is going to come and attack advantageously the Balgora. And misses. Bartandalis.
I will start adding some mold detail to these crates. I'm probably going to add some vines to this map as well. But that's my turn.
Caspin will... Bartandalis!
Thank you!
Are you okay? He's going to shake you awake.
I cast Fireball!
Next turn.
I cast Fly!
So you are now...
That's what I was about to do before
He just zooms up into the air. So next turn, Bartandalis, you are now awake.
Sweet, okay. I'll be back in the game.
Cora, it's you.
10 minutes.
Oh, I'm gonna nip out quickly to here and see
To
what
the
I can
shop.
see. And I'm gonna fire on this dude. I did like I did last time.
Hits.
Hang on, redo that, because actually it was reckless, wasn't it?
Yep.
Even better. Bam, another hammer arrow.
I am now out of normal
fuck
arrows.
off with the fucking concentration check. Okay. You're out of arrows.
I'm out of normal arrows. I've still got some barbed arrows, so I'm gonna
Okay.
fire some of them.
Whistling arrows.
Oof. I can't remember what barbed arrows do.
It's because you never
Whatever that...
made a stat block. 3 years later. Still not going to
I
stat block.
believe you said they were vicious.
Ah, yeah, cool. Yeah, it does not look good, Cora.
Not a lot. Oh, is there anything next to it? No, I can't see what that is. It's my owls, isn't it?
That's your
No.
companion.
I won't fire on them. I'm gonna go back behind my tree again.
Okay. Giant owl. This owl's been tasked with protecting Cora, the two closest to it, so next to Cora it shall remain. Halvor, it's you.
I'm going to reposition a little because I don't really like having my back to this cliff. And I was thinking about trying to push it off the cliff, but it's very good at climbing. And you said it's looking a bit rough anyway.
It is looking tremendously rough, actually.
Oh, then I'm gonna
It's ass, Seabass.
go for it.
Advantageously, remember? How'd you kill it?
I like to
Stop
imagine that
rolling dice. How'd you kill it? It's already dead.
I swiftly dodge around it, and whilst it's like rearing up to come down at me, I duck behind it and stab it straight in the butt.
I was gonna say, don't push it off the cliff. I need those arrows back.
Oh yeah. The sunblade goes straight up its rectum, and it just lets out a shriek of pain and just falls dead right there.
Okay.
But there's like a wobble, wobble, wobble where it's like all light comes out of its mouth.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Very very anime.
Anything else from you? Any more movement now that it's out of the way, or?
I suppose so. What I could have a look what's on the bridge. How much have I moved? 5, 10, 15.
Shoot the whoops.
Nothing on the bridge. Ooh, Ludmilla, hello. I've used an action, but I can bonus action dash.
She is 20 foot up the cliffside as well.
Can't be Halvor. I can just see his tree glowing now.
I know she's 20 foot up, but I can pretty much just run. Well, I'll for the sake of how it looks, I'll put myself there. I could have been like right next to her, but she'd be vertically above me, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just run and I'm like below her.
As the sun sword gets close and blasts out all that light, or all that daylight to her, You look at her and she squints for a moment and then looks down at you and just gives a slight smirk. And you do not see the smoke and fire erupting out of her or building up on her like you did with the others. Okay, next up, Gigantos Aulos. They've been instructed to... This is one that has been told to help Halvor. Although Halvor has now moved, Halvor is facing an enemy, so I think the owl...
Yeah, they know what he's trying to do.
Yeah, would pick up the same directive. And it's going to try and carry Halvor to the other side of the bridge, as it was instructed. No! It hits her. Oh, hits her big. She's not concentrating on anything anymore. Shut up. Just disable concentration on her. Next owl. Oh, shit, where did I jump? Next owl is, yep, that one. That's fine. That vampire spawn will continue with their directive. Rhymefang howls with a spooky noise. This is one of the owls tasked with protecting Cora. It will continue to do so. This vampire spawn is going to continue with its directive. Oh, fuck me, don't open my quest log, you stupid fuck. This owl is going to continue assisting Halvor. He's coming in on Ludmilla as well. Also hits.
Gotta love them owls.
MVPs and owls.
This one
Apart from getting
cannot.
killed.
This one cannot attack. Should know went to there. Let's double check that actually. It's 50 foot. Yes, it can attack. Misses.
Ah, well, you tried.
She's like, fuck these guys. 60 foot as the crow flies will bring it to not within range.
The owl flies.
Must be owl flies. Ludmilla looks down at you, so gripping onto the wall, these owls coming in around her. She is going to drop Maddening Darkness. What? She has that spell? She's going to cast it further up the cliff.
Saying it like we know what the spell is. It's like, oh, it's gonna be something though. Gonna be something fun.
Right, it's targeting her as well. So what's she? What HP is she on before? Just so I can remove it beforehand.
No, you don't have to.
Oh my god!
So this, I don't have a token for a spell effect for this because I can't really have every cloud of darkness be the tentacle one. This enormous just cloud of black darkness appears, but you see glimpses and sort of beams of like the sun sword's light getting through. But inside, Halvor, you are just assailed by the sounds of manic cackling and laughing. And you just feel loads of little things slicing into you and rushing past you. And yes, you take a lot of damage. The owls are all snuffed.
Is that a circular range?
Pardon?
What's that big circle radius thing around her?
The owls
Oh,
are
that's on the-
snuffed
on the
even
thing.
though they
That
succeeded.
is the template of the spell. Yeah, because it's half on a save, and it is big boy damage. Stop trying to heal it. It's not a new fucking turn. Fuck off, owls.
Has she cast it up the mountain?
Just cast it on her, above her, so it creates a sphere of this darkness, so she can continue escaping up.
Ah, snicker bitch.
She will then do so. I was about to move her a full 30-foot worth of tiles, forgetting that would actually be like 700-foot movement. That's all she is going to do.
Does this mean we can't see her?
You would know. Ooh, yours. No, you would no longer be able to see her.
Because of the darkness.
She's just in this cloud and has vanished. Oh no, sorry, not bartending yet. There's one giant owl left. The giant owl, instructed to assist Halvor against his foes, will dash, and you see this owl ascend up above the cloud.
No, owl, keep away from the cloud.
No, above it. It's heading out of it. Unless you want to tell it to do something else instead? And to not pursue up the mountainside?
Come back to me on your own. You're doing nothing, owl.
Okay, it comes back to you instead. Bartandalis.
Giant owl, return!
Yeah, no, yeah. You are shaken awaken by...
So I was woke up on the previous thingy, but I've just been kind of like lying
At the end of the turn.
But I was shaken awakened on his turn, but I've been kind of like, what for like the last few seconds.
Sure,
So am I now good to go now? Yeah.
You are now... Oh, yeah, you're good to go now.
So I see her bolting up into the darkness. I mean, I see this darkness being casted. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally. Just what little you could see of the mountainside just is enveloped in this shrieking cloud of just solid black.
Yeah.
And she just vanishes within it.
Yeah, I tried to play it off that I'd only just been waking up, so I wasn't like suddenly she starts casting and I go counter spell. So I kind of let her pull it off. So I'm gonna go for as this darkness happens with my intelligence. I'm going to try and do a blind fireball into this darkness where I think she might be.
Okay, so you're casting fireball into the oil cloud, sure.
Into the cloud, yeah. So I don't know how you want to do this because obviously I can't see her, I can't target it.
But in that case...
It's got quite a wide... I think is it just with disadvantage to attack it? Like a normal attack into invisibility?
If it was an attack, I'd say with this being a spell where you can click where you wanted it to go, I would just say you can see. I know the darkness is there, but you can see the tiles of the mountainside, can't you? Surely you
there's no verticality though, so I'm going to hit her if I target it right.
That's true. Yeah.
Ping where you want to shoot.
Well, sure. I'm okay, sense. I'm gauging off how fast she can spider climb and stuff. So I think I would have a relatively good idea of like she's probably around there. So you just want me to disadvantage it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dexterity save, so I guess she gets advantage on it.
Yeah. So yeah, go on, drop it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna drop it and then we'll see how it goes. This is my last spell slot. Fucking going for it. It's just gonna make her automatically roll without advantage in it.
I'll make a note of her HP and I'll half it if
Okay. If she sure. What a shit fucking roll. Yeah, she fails. It did give her advantage. Nice. That's interesting. So she still failed it. Boosh. Have some of that, motherfucker. Ah, she's still fucking alive then. Dickhead.
Still
So I kinda like-
alive?
I mean, I thought she was like running because she was nearly dead. But
Anything-
in hindsight,
That is the
else from
only
you?
response you get, a snort of derision.
yeah, like looking back on it, I actually don't think anybody's fucking attacked her. Oh no, because I thought Cora had like fucking like
I
face
had attacked
pounded her
her.
twice. Yeah. So I thought you said at one point, oh, she's looking rough.
Oh god,
So-
no, that was one of the vampire spawn. Look, Ludmilla in this combat has not dropped below 90% HP and has then had like many turns of not being hit.
Okay.
So yeah,
Well-
your fireball goes off, you hear a in the shadow. Anything else from you?
I am gonna. I'm not even gonna stand up. I look around. There's no fucking vampires or anything around that I can see apart
Except
from Siegbert still on that fucking cliff. I'm gonna on the floor just kind of like just crawl backwards a bit under this tree and just kind of like sink into the snow. Not even standing up. I'm gonna push myself up against the trunk of the tree so I'm sat up. That's me.
Caspin is goes to looking around and seeing the state you're in and how you're acting and what's going on. He is going to just put two hands on your chest and just be well. And he's going to sanctuary you.
Be well.
You are sanctuaried. I'll just tick it off because it seems to be fucky casting sanctuary.
Do they have any holy symbol in his hand when he's doing it or anything?
He does not.
This motherfucker. He's putting down, guys.
Cora, what would you like to do?
So I take it that the fireball didn't make her become visible.
You can't see.
No, she passed her Constitution saving throw.
And that cloud is still there.
Is it still heading up the mountain rather than down
The
towards
cloud
us?
itself isn't moving, it's just hovering, static in the air.
Okay. Well, I don't really feel as very much that I can do when I can't see her. So I am going to instead run to the edge of the other cliff and see whether or not I can see any sign of that owl that was supposed to have Ez.
We have lost our fated hero, I feel.
Some fated ally.
I know.
Can I see it?
Can you see what, sorry?
Can I? Do I know whether this owl ever came back? The one that was looking for Ez?
It did not so far. No owl's come back with Ez. You certainly can't see it from there.
Then I would like 2 owls to stay with me, and I would like to send another one down. In fact, no, I've still got Norris, can't I? Can I send Norris down to see what's going on? I can see through his eyes.
Was Norris killed? No, okay.
No,
Yeah,
it's just
if
been
Norris isn't killed-
protected
I'm just
in
always
the
thinking,
little.
it's just wishful thinking for me all the time. Yeah, you can.
Look,
you can
I haven't
summon...
been using him in a really long
You
time.
haven't?
I've got new
Joe,
owls.
Hey, yeah, hey, I haven't been summoning that one owl much anymore because I got 8 of them. Yep, Norris pops out.
I would
Hello.
like him and do as quick as he can, fly by of the area and see whether or not we can see any sign of that owl or Ez down there.
Okay, on his turn, he will begin to do that.
And I would like my owls to remember that they are here to protect me.
Okay.
Just reinforce it, just to reinforce.
So, this owl, true to the directive, comes and flanks its boss. Norris. Heads out and then begins to descend into the dark of the valley. Halvor, I realise a mistake has been made for you. Dropping that spell applied damage to you straight away, but looking at it, the damage would have actually been when you started your turn in it. So we will say that that damage was this, and you do not incur another crop of damage. It still would have killed all the owls outright as soon as they began their turn then. But for now, you are aware of all this bad shit happening around you.
Yeah, I'm gonna not be in there anymore.
Yeah.
I'm still not seeing any threats. And I don't know how to get Rhymefang back, which is very frustrating.
He's getting eaten at the moment.
Getting what? Getting eaten?
Yeah. Could be. We just don't know, do we?
I don't know. I shout to the group, Botandulus, where's Esmeralda? And the Rhymefang is still on the other side of the bridge.
I'm looking for us now.
I didn't see her when I was up on the owl. And
Caspian, did you see her?
No, I didn't. Why are you all so agitated?
you sound like Esmeralda. Guys, no,
What's happening?
let's trade our Caspian for our faded ally.
That's a shit trade.
What? No, I'm saying like get rid of Caspian and bring Ez back in.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I thought you meant that he was now a fated ally.
Fuck this noob. He's the
Rhymefang
fucking BB&T.
howls. The owl is flanking. He is gone from vision. This owl flanks its boss.
Hey, boss man. You're right, boss man.
Oh, actually, let me just check some of that. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. That's fine. That's fine. And no, that would not work. I think
False,
there's
he
nothing
says
be-
to himself.
Yes, I just did false myself. This, however, yes.
Oh, yes.
Bartandalus,
No.
can can you please
False.
make me? In fact, I'll just target you with it because I have to work the DC out then.
Oh, auto DC is the worst. Takes away player agency. I had 4 rounds of doing very little.
You
Saving
should
throw
be
intelligence. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
prompted.
Yep. You fear Caspian's motivations.
I fear his motivations.
You fear. Well, he's born in front of you. Your friends are not your friends. They are waiting to betray you. They're going to move against you any moment now. You lose the ability to distinguish friend from foe regarding all creatures you can see as enemies. Each time you take damage. No, yeah, I know. Basically,
That's the beginning of the campaign, DM.
Each time you take damage, you can begin the saving throw. But for now, you think everyone is an enemy.
Okay.
This
Well,
owl.
shit.
This owl goes to Cora as instructed. Bartandalus, it's your turn.
Good night. Well, okay. So I will. Let's have a look.
Caspian has been knelt in front of you, sort of the spell on you, put sanctuary on you, and then presumably your eyes just glaze for a moment.
Yeah, and I will light his ass up with thaumaturgy that does no damage. I'm gonna. Oh, hold on. I mean, I feel like I would try to kill him with whatever I've got. So I've only got one. The highest spell slot I've got is one. I've literally got one level 1 spell slot left. So I will Burning Hands this motherfucker. Sorry, Caspian. Sorry, not sorry.
It's a good job I didn't actually get to do any of this kind of stuff, because I'd be brutal striking all over the place.
Yeah. Has he got eight hit points?
He has 10.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's fucking like,
Tell me how you. Yeah.
he's taking no damage, has he?
Yeah, he failed the saving throw. He's taken 9 fire. Oh, sorry. Previously, correct. Yeah, he was invis by Ez straight away.
Okay.
He's just about alive.
Get away from me! I'm gonna just fucking throw my hands out, and just engulf him in this flamethrower shower of fucking heat and fire. Just fucking torch all over his body as he's healed me up.
I don't know why the animated temper didn't come in, but
Sorry, he's not healed me up. He's sanctuared me, which has now well and truly disappeared.
yeah, totally. Yeah, fucking hell. What else do you do with your turn? Oh, you cut out there. Sorry.
I stand up because I'm about to punch his fucking head in. Actually, I stand up. I've got my back to the tree. The tree stumped to me, and I've just done this as he's right in front of me, and I'm looking over, and I see the woman with the antlers and all the owls, and then the big guy with the fucking axe to my left, and I'm like, and I just see one of them in front of me. I'm like, he already looks gone. I can take him. But I'm gonna ready myself. So yeah, that's me.
Hey, Caspian.
Fucking come for it, motherfucker. I will drop you.
Caspian just like falls backwards and just tries to pat out these flames. Halvor and Cora, I would give it you both just hear these screams from Caspian. He has just been incinerated, and he's near enough like on his back trying to crawl back a bit, and all he can do, I suppose, is...
He's taking his action to put the flames out.
He's not on fire mechanically, is he? Does it say?
Fire ignites any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Yeah. That's always a very weird generic description of fire, isn't it? Just like in case you're in a room full of tapestries. Yeah, so you kind of crawling backwards. All he can try and do now is sanctuary himself.
So you'd have heard him scream, right?
Oh, you absolutely heard him scream, and he is going to try and... I'm going to half his movement for flavour of him being on his back, crawling back, and he's basically just... You see Cora, just him on fire near enough, pointing back, just sort of like holding his hands out to Poe, crawling backwards in the snow.
I'm going to instruct one of my owls to grab Caspian and bring him towards me.
Okay, it's your turn, Cora. What are you doing?
Looking through Norris's eyes, seeing what he can see.
So would you have heard... Oh, so having done that, you are now going to go in to Norris's eyes.
Yeah, there's no point looking until he's far enough down that he's going to see something, because if he can't see where I am, then he won't see it straight away.
Oh, were you not doing it on the last thing? Last turn?
Well, he had to be sent from me, didn't he, down?
Yeah, just
so
use your action to summon him, yeah. So you see through Norris's eyes just black as he's descending down. Literally in every direction, black.
I like how she sees this happening, and then she's like,
he is... Yeah.
Send the owl, go and sort that out, and then just blase, just looks away, closes her eyes to fucking see Norris.
Well, I'm very aware that we have got 3 rounds left for me to try and revive Ez if that is the case. Otherwise, she is gone.
What do you mean 3 rounds left?
We started on round 13 and we're on round 20. I've only got a minute to use Revivify.
Norris heads a further 120 feet down the ravine. You see nothing through his eyes as he does so. Halvor, it's you. Bartandalis, it's you relatively soon.
Oh god, yeah, because there's no fucking enemies here now. Shit, everything's going really quick.
Yeah. So Halvor, it's you. You just hear this eruption of flame, and the smoke cloud has disappeared from before that was there, and
Do I just see a singed Caspian?
you just see flame licking at what's left of the pine trees. A little bit of flame just sort of taking up slightly on the tree. Halvor, Bartandalis just looking absolutely, horrified, and yeah.
As you come around, you are the enemy. As you come around, I am like,
Yeah.
teeth gritted, like, let's fucking... Well, let's not, because I'm not suddenly, like, so emboldened. I think you're all enemies.
Yeah, you're not stupid.
Yeah,
Just
I still
terrified
think
and paranoid.
Yeah,
But I am still going to slap you one, so...
come. I don't know if that breaks it.
Damage
I mean,
taken
that-
lets you remake the save.
Even if it didn't, that's about the only thing I could do to help, so, without like sinking an axe into your face. So
And you have seen this spell used twice against Cora before by Ludmilla.
Wasn't he already under the influence of it?
I was, yeah.
Yeah. Don't roll for damage.
I know, yeah. Let's have a
Roll.
look. So
What the fuck am I concentrating on?
nothing anymore, is it? I don't think you've concentrated anything since the slow spell before. Let me
Yeah.
just see the. Oh,
Oh, I'm still having it.
I don't think it's. Sorry, yeah. I thought that was for the
Unless
spell.
there's any vampires still around that haven't been killed, shall I just drop it?
To drop what, the slow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have all them vampires been killed?
You need to make.
I think there would have been an extra 2 damage on that because it's a strength attack.
You can make the DC 16 intelligence save and throw again, Bartendalus. Or what? Another two HP off, is it?
It is,
I've changed it to 9.
because I'm technically still raging.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, so a DC 16 int save and throw Bartendalus will snap you out of this when Halvor thwacks you. Back to your senses, and I imagine the first thing your mind connects is Casper.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What am I doing?
The reaction in the chat was from one of them, and I quote, punctuation and all.
Holy shit!
No, holy shit!
Holy shit! As I see Caspian injured and hurt, I am filled with remorse, but ultimately and immediately complete acceptance that it wasn't not my decision. I am now smart enough to feel that, well, I didn't do that. That wasn't me.
Makes sense?
Seeing him come to his senses a bit, I'm just going to be like, Botandless, use your giant galaxy brain to help us get Rhymefang and find Esmeralda.
And I suddenly go into limitless mode.
And then I go over here to join the little owl huddle party.
I would say we hereby reach a point where nothing happens for a few seconds. Ludmilla is nowhere to be seen. Several vampire spawn you know of, certainly Cora witnessed, managed to get away in various directions. But now Cora stands at her sort of reverie at the edge. Eyes, we're going to say white, Bran Stark style, why not? As Norris descends further down into the valley. After a few moments of Norris heading down, you reach a point where something begins to become visible.
Oh,
And you see it is the surface of the river, a very fast moving river at the bottom. After a minute or two of Norris doing flybys, I would say that you see Esmeralda.
How long? After how long?
A couple of minutes. Is there something you want to do in the meantime while she's doing that?
Fucking dead then. She's gone.
yeah.
You see not the large owl that was looking for her, but Norris looking through Norris's eyes. You see Esmeralda about 40 foot up the cliffside.
Holding onto the cliff.
A pair of pitons sort of working her way up, looking
Where did my other owl go?
looking as healthy and hale as she did when the owl was snuffed out beneath her, because bitch has featherfall, yo.
Oh!
Oh my fucking god.
Well, why?
Okay, we need to have a conversation with her when she gets back. Like, bitch, what spells do you know? We need Need to know this.
Why did my owl
People
not
keep
grab her
really
and
cutting
bring her
out. I mean,
back?
An owl was trying to pull her
Why?
off of a wall.
She's seen my owls.
She's also fought them in the Amber Temple.
The owl doesn't automatically know where she is.
It went looking for my friends. They knew how many friends I had. They went looking for them.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean it could find her. It might have gone down to the floor and not seen her. It just so happens that the DM has been kind enough to let us find our faded ally. That's all.
Right, I'm going to send one of my owls to go and grab her and bring her back.
So it's Norris. So you are instructing it to find Norris and head down. So you're using Norris as a bit of a beacon for directing the big owl to it. So we'll see.
I like to imagine that she can use Find Familiar and she can also speak through Norris, and it just Cora's voice comes out like,
Oh,
"Don't
God.
worry, Ez, I'm coming."
That'd be
She'll
awful.
definitely know Norris. Do you think there's random bloody barn owls floating around here?
Yeah, but I also think a woman, I don't know why woman's relevant. A person in the pitch black trying to basically climb up a cliff, like scaling the wall unaided by pitch black, will probably not notice a barn owl behind them. But yes,
She will screech
owl,
for him then.
a giant owl. She slips and she falls of shock and she dies. I imagine
we've already got an owl after, eh?
An owl the size of a car heading down there. We'll avoid the need for any rolls just to make it easier. But we'll say that yes, Ez manages to get onto a giant owl and is brought up. Although when she's about 100 foot away, your spell expires and all of it.
No, it does not.
And yes,
It's not been an hour.
an owl. So Norris comes back. The owl comes back.
Bud Miller just spell snipes from the top of the mountain. Just take.
I said, Cora, we must get Rhymefang.
How much does he weigh?
A lot.
A lot.
Esmeralda
Give me a number
is-
before I tell you how much I can carry.
Send several owls.
I have 3. I'm hoping it's not more than that.
How much can they carry each?
I'm not going to say in case the DM makes him just heavier.
Makes it much just heavier. I mean, I would say the main difficulty here is going to be getting him to allow himself to be dug into and born by these.
Halvor, tell him to play dead.
I mean, if it helps, I'll visually demonstrate myself being carried by the owl. But I mean, I know he's not necessarily going to like it, but we're going to have to try. I mean, maybe we'll try it so that it doesn't try and carry him over the ravine until we're sure that he's not just going to wriggle loads.
Or try and kill him.
We'll try and do it over the regular land first.
Few test runs. Are we all getting carried on the other side by owls first? Then are we all getting carried to?
We're on the right side now.
Well, we are, but are
No,
we?
we're staying here. We're getting Rhymefang to come over
Okay.
to us.
Okay, so we're getting. But is Halvor going over then?
Do you want to go over, Halvor?
Are we expecting Rhymefang to just let a load of owls pick him up?
I mean, I'm expecting him to see that I'm being carried by owls, and I'm going to be telling him, it's okay.
You now own. You have ownership of Rhymefang's character sheet, don't you, Halvor?
I do.
Can I suggest you look at his fucking intelligence, mate?
Is it not very good?
It's 3. I do not see
literally
any
can't
way
speak with
why
animals.
this. Oh, okay. Can't speak with animals.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I could have done that.
This seems much more reasonable.
So Halvor is going to the other side then.
No, I think
Well,
he
he
can,
doesn't
he can
need to now.
shout. He'll be shouting across the ravine.
only 30
with
foot.
Speak with animals.
Rhymefang, fucking get over! The fucking girder! Get the fuck over!
How much does he weigh?
Oh, I don't. It's not about that. You're so fucking.
Well, if
Shallow.
they can't
No,
carry him,
because-
then this is just a moot point, isn't it,
Let's be
really?
honest, yeah, you've fucked us with this fucking cavern and owls throughout the entire thing.
With this what of owls?
So, how much does he weigh?
How much?
With all these owls
Dial
disappearing and
wolf weigh? 363 kilograms, according to the Forgotten Realms wiki.
Oh, Jesus. That's
We need
nothing.
pounds. I need it
Kilogram? I know,
need
yeah,
pounds,
right.
DM.
800 pounds.
800 pounds.
They can carry that between 3 of them. Good.
3 of them. Like, I'm just thinking of like when you like all these fucking Chinooks carrying like jeeps and shit.
There you go. So they can carry 300 pounds each.
They can
Boom.
carry
Three
390
of them.
pounds.
So yes, I have cast Speak with Animals, and I'm going to tell him that it's okay. The owls will bring him here, and I'm going to keep my words very small, and I'm going to speak very slowly and comfortingly.
Given your bond, make an animal handling check. Not with advantage, but I would say +5, and the DC is 15. Oh, we have a subscriber. Thank you, subscriber. Oh, never mind. It's a YouTube one. It brings me no money. I don't give a shit. He does not look convinced or like he understands your instruction. Bartandler sighs and gets to work with mending.
I'm just gonna be here for a little while, guys. I got fuck all left in me.
Yeah, as the owls sort of gather around Rhymefang and sort of make to try and grab him, you see him just sort of snarling and not full on attacking, but just sort of hackles up, snapping out at them as they get a bit too close. He does not look like he is down for this.
Okay, leave him be.
Yeah, he's a wolf. He can cope, I suppose. What do you want to do, Halvor?
Make him come whether he likes it or not. Either he dies on the other side on his own, or he dies fighting them, or he kills all the owls.
Why doesn't he try and jump, and when he starts falling, the owls will catch him, and then he'll realise they're helping?
I've just been looking through my inventory to see if there's anything remotely relevant.
We've got a rope, if that helps.
That does not help.
I mean, you could go.
I mean, I could go over there, tie him up, put a rope around his waist, and then be like, "Here you go, owl."
Just push him off,
Yeah,
and
hog
it's just
tie
gonna
him.
get fucking carried.
Okay. I will take an owl over.
Right. Okay.
Loop
What
rope
we'll do
round him.
is because
Can-
although convoluted, it is something that would make sense in the long run. But I can't imagine it would be fun for anyone to RP out the logistics of flying over, tying a rope off, handing it to wolves, and having the wolf unwillingly chinooked over. So is everybody happy to skim to the point where a disgruntled Rhymefang is back over on the same side as you?
I'm not.
Yeah, I was going to see whether Ez or Barty had the ability to make him just be unconscious for a while. But
Yeah, I mean,
no.
hit him enough and you can.
yeah,
I feel like we spent so much time with my thing, with the tent and sleeping, that it's not fair for us to bypass Halvor's thing. with Halvor's puzzle.
This is like the cabbage, the fox, and the rabbit.
The cabbage is a bit.
So,
Okay.
my owls rock. They've totally saved
I mean, they
everybody.
nearly killed me
Yay,
as well.
owls.
So given Caspin has just had his experience and there's going to be immediate follow-up to that, and given that Ez has just come back and there's going to be immediate follow-up to that, and there's 4 minutes left, I would like to suggest we leave it there and pick up with the dialogue next session, because with 4 minutes to go, we're not going to get any meaningful social stuff out of these two parts, unless everybody can stay later.
Nobody can ever stay later.
Nope.
So, shall we pick up with the immediate aftermath of Caspin getting napalmed?
That's what he gets. I mean, it is what it is. There's not going to be much aftermath after that. It's like, we need to heal him up. It's like, alright, I didn't mean to do it. What are you going to do about it? Bitch? Deal.
Maybe he's just never going to talk to you again because he's so emotionally scarred as well as physically scarred.
I've got great things going on at the moment.
Got bigger fish. Right, well, that was a fun combat. I imagine that was more fun for Halvor than it was last week.
Yeah, it's nice when you get to play.
Less fun for Bartandalas.
For Caspin.
For Casper, yeah.
I mean, bad things happened to you, but I felt like you managed to look out on all of them.
It has made me realise that
You don't like Dungeons and Dragons.
what I was going to do for my next session, I am not going to do it.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, because I think there it is, and there are now, I feel, ongoing spells and effects that I will remove from the campaign. I won't use certain things now because, especially, I think it was probably worse because there was so many combatants, so it takes so long for your turn to come around. It's not too bad. It's like, oh, this happens, but you'll like every 2 minutes you realize you can't do anything. When you're waiting like 20 minutes, it's like you still can't do anything. It's like, okay, so that is and has only made me realize now that is the worst time to ever have those kind of spells and effects in a game.
So are you more looking to remove things that disable players like sleep, or to remove spells that add 8 additional combatants into the combat tracker whenever the caster wants?
No, it's no, because I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. So, like, the difference with Halvor was that he was falling, and there was fuck all he could do. He could roleplay a little bit, and then he got fucking mind affected. So then but he was still involved. Whereas being asleep, you are out of it effectively, and there's nothing. I don't get a save at the end of it any turn. I'm out of it for a minute until somebody damages me. So realistically, I could have been out of that for the rest of the session. So as soon as that happened, I was like, okay, well, I can't just sit here for an hour just watching. So I 100% loaded up drawing some maps while I was doing it. And it's the first time I've ever done it, but I was like, I can't just sit here for an hour doing nothing. I was still listening and everything. But it has made me go, it has made me be more conscious about when I will and won't put spells and effects into stuff. I will never do it when it's going to be a long combat with a long combat queue, and it takes that long for your turn to come around, because it's kind of like you're just out of the game for the entire.
I suppose instead of removing a spell, you could just opt to have the save and throw be every turn on it still.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with sleep, though. I don't get a saving throw. I'm gone.
If you're going to make the decision to say, well, I'm going to opt to remove this spell from the campaign, from the system, you could just as easily say, I'm going to change it so that it's still there, but you feel like it gives them more chance.
Yeah, no, and to be fair, no, I wouldn't. I'd never.
Sorry,
You know what?
someone's just put like in the whole style meme. I can't. Hold on.
I can't just. What was that? I can't just for an hour and watch. What?
Like you just said, I can't just sit there for an hour and watch, and the viewers are just like ... because they sit there and watch.
Sure, but they're not.
I'm players in it. Yeah.
Nothing to do, and my whole thing about joining this session is that I'm not here as a spectator. I'm here to do stuff. It was the same.
I think they were making a joke.
They're being sardonic about it. Of course they are. I don't hate the viewers much. No, but it was probably the same thing for me that it was for Halvor last week. 100%. And it has made me mindful of, and not in a bad way, and this is no way a criticism, because I think it's one of those things that it's only as and when this kind of thing comes up that you go, do you know what? Yeah, maybe it should be a little bit different. Because I didn't mind getting locked out during the attack on the Svalich Woods with me paralyzed in the darkness, because that was cool, because I could still roleplay. I was frozen, but I'm like, oh fucking hell, I could still be invested and do something and react in character. I could still have something on my turn. And the same again when I was paralyzed in Berez with Babala Saga, and I was just stuck in the hut. Sleep is such a fucking lame thing to have happen, because it's like I literally I'm not in the next 2, 3, 4 rounds of combat, and when there's that many combatants in the combat, you're kind of like, well, I mean, I just got kind of like forced into spectator mode, which was fine, and I'm kind of like fine like listening to it, but I was like, there's no point in me being here for an hour doing nothing. So it made me idle, which is the first time, because I turn off everything when I play. I turn off Discord, I turn off my phone, I turn off my emails so I don't get emails coming through. But this was the first time that it's ever gone like I'm going to be out of this for a long time. So it was, you know. But other than that, I mean, it was still a great combat. The whole thing was like tactically really, really, really good. This is the most.
Yeah, but you should still care what's happened to you while you're asleep.
It's not that I don't care what happens to me. It's
There's
just
no
that
control over it.
So it's not like you can't still join in with the conversations.
well, I can't.
But he
Not
did.
it. Unless I'm going to meta, and I did.
Not RPGing, but you can still.
But out of character, I
do
did.
it.
Out of character, I was still like.
It's still fine.
He didn't
Well,
walk
yeah.
away from his computer or anything. He's just
Yeah,
saying,
no.
he'll just try to avoid. I mean, frankly, based on this conversation now, every vampire spawn is picking up sleep. No, I can. Yeah, I totally get what he means. I've had that in campaign, you know, and especially it's a frustration, but I sometimes worry. I kind of worry about the opposite with, you know, I think of it from Halvor's perspective sometimes, in that Halvor, I imagine, compared to everybody else, has very simple rounds sometimes. So he quite often feels like he has a lot of weight. And I understand that bartenders would have felt then exactly what I felt like you and Halvor felt last week, which was when you were on like the up and down of owls being snuffed out. I mean, it made sense for enemies to put you in those situations tactically, but for you, it is a bit like, you know, and I've done that in campaigns I've been in, you know, when other people's rounds are taking, you know, a while to get round to me. I will find myself, you know, looking at other stuff. So yeah,
I think
it makes sense.
I think the comparison is the same thing as when I ran that dragon thing, that game with you, and just unfortunate rolls, you got fucking battered in like round 1.
And there's no one got me up.
Yeah, and you're just out of it. And it's like, I mean, it makes sense, but that's not fun by any means for the player. So it wasn't too bad for me because there was still so much going on that I was kind of like, I had an ear to it, and I was kind of like, okay, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's good. And I was still listening to it. I wasn't like so detached, but it was very much as soon as I fell asleep, which, and let's be honest, as far as a mechanics and a story point of view goes, that was fucking brilliant. Me
I don't know why this cookie's
blinking out and going like, night night.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
fucking hell! But like that moment where it's like, and you just got fucking put asleep was great for that round, and then boring for the rounds for me. As the player.
And
then there's nothing.
that shows how lengthy the returns were in the combat as well, given that you were actually only asleep for 2 rounds. You got woken up at the end of your second round because each one is so long. I will just put out and let you all know before we go as well that in terms of what you just killed 6 whites, 4 vampire spawn, 2 Bargora, and 1 elderly priest.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
It was a good combat. Right, should we all say goodnight?
Well,
And we will
great.
pick up next week.
Night, viewers.
We had quite a few viewers tonight.
That was a good combat.
Quite a
That was a really good combat. And that was probably the best combat we've had.
I don't think that was the best. The best. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Well, I will
Yeah,
end the
easy.
stream. Yeah, see, Nikki's like, oh, great music. You can't say great music when it's just Darkest Dungeon. I don't get any credit for using Darkest Dungeon music. it's the go-to Curse of Strahd. But do you have combat in Curse of Strahd? Is it not against a spectacular? Is it not against Strahd? Then use Darkest Dungeon. Right, I will catch you all later. Thank you very much.
Happy
everybody.
birthday, Nick.
Yeah, happy birthday, Nikki.
See you later.